26. We'll play the game on Saturday. And the country roars with appreciation. Yeah, Super Bowl. We've been saying this forever, right? Did I see, so let's get going here. Hut, hike. Did I say Press Taylor was hired by Ben Johnson?
You saw that correctly.
What, a quarterback's coach or what?
Passing game coordinator.
Passing game coordinator. Okay.
Okay.
Huh. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Listen, you got that name, and you've been in the league a long time. You've been on a Super Bowl team. You've been on a team that went to a playoff. We're just tired of the whole thing. Ben, maybe he gave Press Taylor a job. He said, Press, but whatever you do, just burn it or leave that playbook there. Don't bring it here. We ain't running that antiquated 2015 junk here, my man. So come with some fresh thoughts. You're going to coordinate our passing game. A lot to work with up there. Be interesting to pick Press Taylor's brain if you could get like an honest, objective answer in about 2 years and just compare these young quarterbacks maybe a little bit after the fact. But, yeah, there you go. Press Taylor. Doug Peterson, I would imagine, in Jupiter with a 7:12 tee time. It's just my guess. Would be at the Senior Bowl, which is where a lot of folks are. Trying to take in the draft awards. This is one interesting. Oh yeah, by the way, going on right now within this, this culture that Liam Coen wants to build. This symmetry between front office and coaching staff and everyone in the building. I mean, the entire organization. This connectivity that Cohen finds so valuable. Well, this is a really important week of scouting, man. Really important. Not just from the stopwatches and the Oklahoma drills. The interviews, you really get the opportunity to get in the huddles with these guys. The teams are coached by NFL coaching staffs. I mean, that Senior Bowl has always been a real important week, along with the Combine. In some ways more important. But overall, I'd say the Combine would be a top dog of those must-do off-season obligations in running a franchise. And the Senior Bowl is a really, really, really important one. And I bring this up because we're in this period of transition. We don't know who the general manager is going to be, which would include different scouts. And by all accounts, is Liam Coen in? I mean, I know he's doing a meet and greet. That's tonight, isn't it, E?
Sir.
Yeah, is that down at the stadium?
Yep, at the Gallagher Club.
I'm guessing that thing's already full up by this point.
You could probably still get tickets, but you need tickets. Just head over to Jaguars.com.
Yeah, go to Jaguars.com. At least get the latest updates. But they're, doing a little pep rally, I guess, so to speak, down at the stadium. So it should be a good time. Get your Jaguar fever racing just a little bit. But, meanwhile, back over there in Mobile, Alabama, where the top college prospects are, you just wonder who's making the decisions and how is it going to fit with this overall connectivity and culture. And that, for that reason, I would think it would be more important among all the thousands of other things he's got to do. And so I'm sure he's not in Mobile. I mean, if you're Liam Coen, you got to hire offensive and defensive coordinator. You're going to be a very big part of the GM search. A lot of juice in the building. Now, enough juice to decide who the GM is? No. But it feels like we're going to go coach strong for a while and see how that works. We haven't been coach strong. When's the last time this football team was coach strong? The coach was the dominant voice. Because even when there's a GM and a coach and they're 50-50 and we're all partners in kumbaya and we're around the campfire until coach isn't winning with GM's talent, and then we're not so much anymore. But at least for now, the way they circled back, the moves that were made to get him, the word continues to be, and I trust Tony, that this is who Shad Khan wanted, including Ben Johnson, who turned down the second interview. Maybe Ben told him the one thing that I am going to do is keep Press Taylor. You just watch what I do in Chicago. So Cohen's carrying a big stick over there. That's for sure. So, and by the way, notes are notes. right? When it comes to the Senior Bowl, it's staffed by Jaguars staff, and they're all over there seeing pretty much the same thing. If the reporter for the Mobile newspaper is dropping notes, I'm sure every scout from the National Football League is at least keeping up to that pace. So we do have some Senior Bowl news and notes. It's time to start doing some, I guess, projecting. Before we know it, that draft's going to be here. So interesting doing this job, ET. In many ways, it's like Groundhog Day, yet I've not reached the point in my career where I don't look forward to starting the cycle over again. And it is like clockwork, man. You get to this time of the year, you wrap up the NFL season, and then you immediately get to the Super Bowl and the Senior Bowl and this week and all that it means. And then guess what? Let me just go ahead. Then we're going to have Daytona 500. Bless you. Then we're going to have the players and the scouting combine. The free agency is going to open. And we're going to have a mini camps. And then we're going to make our way to the draft. And just keep it going. Cycle of sports life, and I'm here for it. Turn our attention a lot more to golf this time of the year. That's natural. Hick's going to be off a couple of days next week, and I got our boy Matty Every batting pinch hitting, and so it's going to be fun to catch up with Matt, two-time winner on tour. Twice won Bay Hill. Does a terrific job with the broadcasting. I right hand raise. They should put Matt Every on that TGL and spice that thing up just a little bit. But one thing that we kind of just tiptoed across when we were talking about the TGL, and if you missed it, this simulator golf league put its best matchup out there for you on Monday night. It gave you Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy, and yet the nation yawned. Less than 1 million viewers. It was only the third highest rated of the 4 they've done. How do you fix it? What do you do? Is it promotion a problem? Should the PGA Tour events be promoting those? If you spent, because I've heard from a lot of people, maybe you too, on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, this message has come across. I don't know anything about this. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know there was a this or that. I didn't know that Tiger was doing this or that. Well, they're kind of out there on an island, man. It's like if you don't not a rabid ESPN viewer, a newsflash, 23 of ESPN's 24 hours every day often aren't going to appeal to you unless your particular team is playing. Where's it getting promoted? And shouldn't on Sunday afternoon when they're walking the fairways of Pebble Beach and golf's on everybody's mind, shouldn't they be throwing little drop-ins? Hey, don't forget Monday. It's Scotty Scheffler against, Rory McIlroy in the TGL.
That would be nice.
Just a thought. But I'm curious what Maddie thinks of that TGL and the state of the tour and more. So we'll have an able pinch hitter in for us just the first couple days of next week. So meanwhile, they play Pebble this week. And I know that the season has started and Torrey Pines and San Diego can certainly get your attention. But for me, it's kind of always felt like Pebble Beach here. At the end of January, beginning of February, is really kind of ringing the bell on its golf year. Here's this iconic course, top 3 in this country, top maybe 5 iconic courses all time. What y'all think out there when you say that? Isn't Pebble Beach the most iconic course in the U.S.?
I even know that name. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I would say it is. I mean, the beauty and the specter of it. I mean, by the way, we have a pretty iconic course here, but it's not of that level. And look, there are certain other grand old courses. But I think if you went across the world and asked the most, the biggest, best, with the most notoriety, I think they would say Pebble Beach. Now, one thing we do have here, right in our backyard with the players coming on, I would argue we have the most famous hole in all of golf.
I agree.
In the entire world, we get to go form a stadium setting around a little 140-yard par 3. And that Island Green, I think, after all these years of the players' growth, worldwide, is, I would say, the most famous golf hole in the entire world. I wonder what's second. We're getting way down the golf wormhole. We'll save this for next week and keep it moving along here. I mentioned the Senior Bowl. We'll have some Senior Bowl news and notes for you as we move along. Pete Prisco has an interesting take on what he's hearing from inside the building, and it's similar to some things that I've heard. So I can at least take Pete's reporting and kind of double down on it just a little bit. The exact specifics, no, but the general ballpark is the same thing that I've heard from inside the walls, and it went down about like you would have expected, and not exactly as it was painted at a press conference, which is not to say that Liam Coen didn't handle it the right way, when speaking publicly about the whole thing. But I thought Daniel Murphy had a good point when it came to Trent. He was here, did yeoman's work, did the best he could. Now he's gone. No reason to kick. No reason to kick anymore. Fans wanted to change. Let's keep it in perspective, at the guy who's making football decisions for their team. And ultimately was deemed not good enough. He went on his way, joins a long list of Jaguars failures. Point blank, we had a segment this week trying to rank them. That's how low it has gotten around here at times. We're going to take our first time out here on a custom tree surgeons Thursday. No job too big or small. Spring is coming. I got to get some work out on the house myself. I've been saying this now for a few months. They've had some emergency situations with some of the storms and other stuff, but always there for your call. It's Custom Tree Surgeons and CustomTreeSurgeons.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. 1010XL is your home for NBA play-by-play.
Paolo Banchero and the Orlando Magic head to Portland for a duel against Shaedon Sharpe and the Blazers. Tonight at 9:30 on 1010 a.m.
Is your dog Team Rough or Team Fluff? It's officially Puppy Bowl season at Dogtopia Jacksonville Beach Boulevard. They're getting MVPs, most valuable pups, ready for the big game. Your dog deserves a tail-wagging day of fun, and Dogtopia's indoor playrooms are the perfect training ground for their game day moment. Get your dog in on all the action by visiting Dogtopia Jacksonville Beach Boulevard and St. John's Bluff. New to the pack? Enjoy a free day of daycare. Mention Puppy Bowl when booking to claim the offer.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist is now offering ortho walk-in appointments. If you have an immediate need for orthopedic care, contact Southeast Orthopedic Specialist immediately. Avoid ERs and urgent care waiting rooms. For more information, go to se-ortho.com.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
This is Josh Woolsey with Woolsey Morecambe. When deciding what lawyer to trust with your car accident or injury case, the most reliable way is reviews and results. You want to be treated well, and you want a great result. Woolsey Morecambe's reviews speak for themselves, and I challenge any firm to compare results. We offer the resources of a large law firm and the customer service of a boutique practice. If you want to be treated right and want great results, call Woolsey Morecambe at 1-800-WOOLSEY. Offices, Jacksonville.
Get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Prize. What in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, Dan. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it," and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Listen up, Ospreys. UNF Homecoming Week is just around the corner. You don't want to miss the festivities, especially the Birds of Trade, as the UNF men's basketball team hosts Bellarmine Thursday, February 6th, and FGCU Saturday, February 8th at UNF Arena, tipping off at 5. Show off your pride and reconnect with your alma mater. Thursday, February 6th at 8, and Saturday, February 8th at 5. Visit UNFospreys.com/buy tickets now to secure secure your seats. Swoop!
It's kind of like his own private locker, and you're his guest.
Every time we talk, I'm reinvigorated by my love of the game.
Hayes Carline here. Find my blog at 1010xl.com.
Hayes Blog is brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing, where quality and experience count.
Frank Frangie here. It's New Year, new truck time at Nimnik Buick GMC, home of the largest inventory of GMC Sierras in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. This month, save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierra 1500s or enjoy rates as low as 0% zero APR financing. Yes, 0%. You can't find deals like this anywhere in Jacksonville. Shop 24/7 online at NimnikBuickGMC.com. Value your trade and customize your payment options in seconds. Nimnik Buick GMC. GMC, we are professional grade.
AC replacement? If your AC unit is ready to go kaput, then it's time to call Florida Home AC. With over $3,000 in tax credits waiting for you on select systems, take advantage of it. Call 777-4300. Get Florida Home AC to cool you off.
Hey, are you ready to welcome our new head coach, Liam Coen, to the bank? Join us this Thursday at 6 p.m. at the Gallagher Club West and be among the first to hear directly from Coach Cohen. Enjoy a live panel with Coach Cohen, appearances from Jaguars legend Tony Vaselli, The Roar, Jackson DeVille, and the D-Line. Tickets are free, but space is limited. Secure your tickets by going to jaguars.com/Coach Cohen today.
The Florida Forum welcomes best-selling author and journalist Carl Hiaasen, February 12th. Funds raised go to a Kids Care Mobile ICU, a neonatal and pediatric critical care transport vehicle. Kids Care vehicles and helicopters safely transport more than 2,200 infants and children a year to Wilson Children's Hospital. Get your tickets at thefloridaforum.com or call 202-2886. 202-2886.
Choose C for CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. They can transform your backyard with fire pits, pergolas, screen enclosures, and outdoor kitchens. And CSS handles the entire project from start to finish. You dream it, they build it. CSSOutdoor.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Imagine the first segment of the program. No coffee. Oh, armed and dangerous now, baby. Welcome back. It's Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. We'll have Doc Kevin Murphy joining us just a little bit later. Talking about some of the injury situations percolating around the sports world. So stay tuned for that. It's, 7:45 usually? Ish. Man, we had a terrible, tragic incident / accident overnight up around Washington, D.C., where, was it an Army helicopter, E?
Yeah, it was like Army helicopter.
Yeah, an Army helicopter collided with an American Airlines passenger plane, and it is as bad as it could have been. It looks like a scene from a movie.
Exactly. Yeah, it looked like a movie.
Searching for survivors that they're not going to find, and just so lots of questions to be answered. I think what I heard, and I just listened. I didn't have a whole lot of time this morning, but it sounds like they were kind of just on a training flight of how to, when you have VIPs, maneuver around crowded, airports and travel lanes, and so I'm sure that's why they were doing at that time of night where you had the least amount of traffic. So I guess we'll get details at some point, well, I'm sure we will. I mean, they got those black boxes on those aircraft, and it's going to tell us exactly what people knew, obviously, at the last minute. But my gosh, could you imagine? So prayers to any and all involved with all of that. And, it's a big world, but at the same time, it's a small world, isn't it? I'm guessing there are people right here in Jacksonville that are personally affected by what happened up at Washington, D.C. at 3 o'clock in the morning. So what did it happen exactly? I don't want to misspeak on the timing. It was overnight for me, but y'all know me. I'm asleep at 9. So, anyway, thoughts and prayers with those folks. So, like, for real, not just a cliche. Throw a little prayer their way when you get a minute. You can find one here shortly. So, all right. I have a narrative here that is going to make you pull your hair out. I don't know how to frame this, if I should frame this as like an argument or just some sort of tongue-in-cheek. But this is definitely Shazam Spotlight worthy. You're not going to buy this, gang. The Shazam Spotlight brought to you by ShazamAuto.com, the Murray Ford Superstore, Stark and Kingsland. Take that short drive and beat these big city prices. You're going to love the customer service. The job's not done when you drive off the lot. So you can trust my friends with the Murray Ford Superstore, Stark and Kingsland. Visit them right there at Shazam.com. What is the one narrative around the Chiefs and their success that goes beyond the Chiefs? Right, it's pretty clear what it's become, right? We all cry to the heavens about the unfair officiating, right? E.T., could you tell me who the most what football team in the NFL this year lost the most yards to offensive penalties? What team was penalized offensively the most in the National Football? I have the top three here.
Well, if you're asking me this.
Third was Baltimore, 424 yards. Second was the Jets, 468 yards. And the most penalized team in the NFL.
Was it the Chiefs?
Was the Chiefs at 486 yards. This is yards lost to penalty, your plus minus. You see what I'm saying? If the Jags have a game where they commit 2 penalties for 20 yards, but the other team commits 3 for 30, they'd be plus 10 that week. You follow? The Chicago Bears got victimized the worst by the refs. They were minus 323. The 49ers minus 171 were third. Carolina minus 166. The Jets minus 165. The second worst ratio of their calls versus the other teams, the Kansas City Chiefs lost 241 yards net in penalty calls this year. I have in front of me a list of the most penalized individual players in the National Football League. The most penalized player in the National Football League is Jawan Taylor, a Chief. Tied for third in the top 5 of most penalized players in the National Football League, Chiefs all-star cornerback Ladarius Sneed, who moved on to, the Titans?
Yep.
This must have been the previous year. This must be the previous year. But nonetheless, they apply to the Chiefs and this narrative that has been going on with Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City now for a while. So, yeah, I'd like to see this year's numbers. I didn't mean to present that as this year's. It's just now dawning on me that Ladarius Sneed left in free agency. So this must be a kind of a recap of these same storylines that developed last year. Meanwhile, it's the Chiefs, and the Eagles in a rematch. It just doesn't bode well for Philly if you go by the historical markers. And there are a lot of them. And one of the main ones here is we've had 3 rematches of quarterbacks in the Super Bowl. And all 3 times, the quarterback who won the first one won the second one. That's called a flex. And the only of those 3 where the perceived lesser of the quarterbacks won was Eli Manning beating Tom Brady, not once but twice, and yet it's not Tom Coughlin going into the Hall of Fame this year. Strange. But it was Bradshaw rematched with Roger Staubach and beat him twice. What was the other one? You recall, E?
I remember
it was Brady Manning rematched.
Yeah, Bradshaw Staubach.
Oh, Kelly Aikman.
Yes.
Yeah, and Aikman won both of those. So there you go. All right. I'm taking in Pete Prisco's thoughts on the Jaguars transition here. Pete on Liam Coen kind of, synopsizing where we are right now. You got to find a GM. By the way, cue up the Breakfast with Baselli. I got a comment from Tony the other day. I'm going to tie into this segment before we're done. Thank you, sir. Here's what Pete says, though. Inside the building, Step one, to find a general manager doesn't have an ego. That's hard to do, but that's somebody that needs to come in here, work closely with Liam Coen. Everybody that Pete's talked to says Liam Coen has the juice in the building. There you go. There's that term. By the way, Shad Khan has given that power to the coach. That doesn't necessarily mean he's going to make the decision on who the GM is. Prisco continued. In fact, he's not going to make the decision. He'll have input into it, but they need to find a guy you can work with. And the guy, when you do have success, the egos don't get in the way. When you do have failures, they don't start blaming each other. And right, wrong, or indifferent, that's what the whole world feels like is wrong with the Trent Baalke front offices. Later, Prisco did talk about the way things played out. And this was about Liam Coen not going to work with Trent Baalke, and Shad had to make that move. He didn't demand it. He didn't, frame it that way, but it just came to that point. Now, we had yesterday, was it Albert Breer who was reporting that Baalke got to a point that, and he said, if I'm going to be an impediment here, I don't want to be, and he stepped away.
That sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what Breer said. I would think it's kind of more in line with this. This is the way Pete describes it as he's heard. By the way, why isn't Trent Baalke there? Trent's actually the guy who identified Liam Coen in the process. He was a big guy pushing him for that job. But what happened, from what I heard, this is Pete saying, he wanted to help him, guide him through the process of choosing his staff. And Liam Coen said, look, I'm not going to take a job with that as a caveat. And I think that ended up ending the relationship. And that's why they came back to him after Trent Baalke was gone. So there you go. That's Baalke wanting to pick his coaching staff. Smartly, a new coach doesn't want that. Doesn't want that meddling. Doesn't want that potential for conflict. Look, I'm already playing with your players by large regard. Now you're going to tell me who's going to coach them? What am I here for? So, yeah. You circle back after that. So did Liam Coen, because Coen was asked about it in the press conference, and they just kind of handled it diplomatically. No, this is more about vision and then realizing what a great opportunity this is, yada. Yeah, you realize because now there's a GM opening. So that takes us to the GM search, which I think there was Shad implying there's a February 28th deadline in the NFL. You have to have a GM in place by the end of February. That may be true. I mean, you can't just go. It's unbecoming, if not unprofessional, to guide an NFL franchise without a general manager, or some level. A position of power. I'm not sure. I'd have to look. Here's what Tony told us about now the GM search. ET, cut 5.
The hiring of our GM will happen, in a judicious manner.
Okay.
It's not going to be forever. But I would say this: it's not the focus, and we're going to. The focus right now is on Liam and the excitement of him being our head coach. And getting that going, and the GM process and all that will be addressed probably pretty quickly afterwards.
All right.
As far as getting the process going, because we have to go through a process. You have obviously the Rooney Rule. We want to make sure we do an exhaustive, get an exhaustive list, go through it, and understand who's the best fit for us, because there's a lot of great guys out there, and we'll go through a process. And I'll say this: I thought the way that, in my opinion, and people can disagree with me, but I thought the way that the Jaguars handled this whole entire process with transparency and announcing stuff on Twitter and who we were interviewing and when interviews were completed, I thought that was very well done and transparent. And my expectation, my guess is, it'll probably be like that for the GM search as well.
Yeah, they're very transparent that Tony was directly involved in all. Oh, wait. They are telling us which coordinator positions they are interviewing. If that transparency extends to the GM search, I don't know. We'll see. But to that end, we have the latest of the coordinator tracker, so I'll set that for you when we come back on the other side, including an interview for an offensive coordinator here in Jacksonville. Speaking of, our former offensive coordinator, Press Taylor, has landed in the NFL. You might be surprised where that is, so we'll offer that and more in a football fix coming up next as well. It's a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Pair of teams in the hunt for a playoff spot. The Tampa Bay Lightning, second of the Eastern Conference wild card race, looking to win a 2-game slide. They're a $1.55 favorite against the LA Kings at Amalie Arena today. Kings currently third of the Pacific Division. They have dropped 7 of 10, including a 3-0 shutout loss at Florida last night. Panthers with a $1.55 home favorite. Orlando Magic has dropped 8 of 10. They're 6th in the Eastern Conference, laying 4.5 of the Portland Trailblazers. The total 210 at Moda Center. Chiefs a 1.5 favorite over the Eagles in Super Bowl 59. The total has dropped from 49.5 to 48.5. $250 bonus and you open up a GBank Visa signature card. Visa.com/GBank. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Instead of wasting money on resolutions you won't keep, why not invest in something that lasts? Like fixing that dripping faucet, clearing that clogged drain, or finally tuning up your AC. Call Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. We'll help you keep your home in shape this year. It's the one resolution you won't regret breaking. Call 904-862-6769 to schedule service today. Because when you're stuck, call the Duck. Right now, get $50 off any service of $150 or more.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Jacksonville, get ready to spice up your night at One Night Taco Stand. Every Taco Tuesday, enjoy their mouth-watering tacos for just $2.99 and get your weekend started with 2-for-1 house margaritas. Find fresh Mexican street food, stiff drinks, and fun vibes at One Night Taco Stand with 3 Jacksonville locations in Mandarin, Orange Park, and Southside at Bay Meadows.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Start your Sunday off with a cup of Joe and some sports medicine intel. This is Joe C. inviting you to join me and Dr. George Bari for Breaking Bones every Sunday morning at 7:30. And if you miss an episode, just look for Breaking Bones wherever you listen to podcasts.
This is Hayes Carline for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. First Florida Credit Union was voted Best Credit Union in the 2024 Best of Bold City Community Choice Awards. And it's easy to see why. I go to the branch off 210 in St. Johns County and the new Durbin location, but they have 10 branches in the Jacksonville area. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
Gun charges, drug charges. I'm attorney Malcolm Anthony, and I specialize in handling these types of felony cases. Stay out of trouble, but if you don't, call me at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW.
Hey gang, Prosser here. If you think you have problems related to the need to sell your home, we have solutions. And by we, I don't mean me. I mean ChadandSandy.com. That's Chad, A-N-D, Sandy.com. Call them today at 904-414-6200. Look, the problems could fall into a variety of areas. Maybe you want guaranteed no-hassle home sale, but don't want to give up hard-earned equity to do it. Maybe you need more space with a growing family. Doesn't matter what the problems are. You go to Chad and Sandy, those problems are fixed. With all the recent talk about interest rates and economic uncertainty, you may be wondering if now is the right time to sell your home. Will you get the price you need? What about repairs or showings? The good news, you don't have to figure it out by yourself. You call my agents, Chad and Sandy Newman. They will deliver. Your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required costly repairs. Pick your move date. No long-term contracts. The success stories are rolling in from all over town. Find out for yourself. Call Chad and Sandy today. That's Chad, A-N-D, Sandy.com.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T here with my book, and our listeners have been killing it, and we're now set for the final stretch of the road to New Orleans. My bookie is the one book that got your back. No fluff, no second guessing.
just straight up action. Does your other sportsbook pay out when you push on a bet? My bookie does. And if you're new to the game and not sure where to start, we've got you covered. Step it up and use our promo code 1010XL, and that'll double your bankroll with a 50% deposit bonus right from jump. Here's a pro tip that'll get you rolling. The big game prop bets are going to be plentiful. So take a hard look at player props and those wacky big game props. And stack that with my bookie risk-free Thursday. So what you waiting for? There's a new risk-free odds boost every Thursday. To find the bet, click the Bet Boost tab and scroll down. If it hits, you win. If it doesn't, forget about it. My bookie refunds you your money back. Sign up now, use my promo code 1010XL, and they'll give you a 50% deposit bonus. It's the best sign-up bonus in Florida for batters. The road to New Orleans is here for the big game. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
Interested in a unique date night? Gibby here. I took my wife Nikki to Wick a Candle Bar. She made her own custom candle right there in the store. Shop local at Wick a Candle Bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
Do you have clicking, popping, swelling, or pain in your knee or shoulder? This can be due to arthritic changes in your joints. Over time, you have wear and tear of your cartilage. I am Dr. George Bari, and here at Bari Orthopedics, we have numerous ways to treat your arthritis, such as regenerative medicine, including PRP and joint replacements with CT guidance for accuracy down to the millimeter. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms, call us for an appointment today, or log on to BariOrthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Might I suggest if we had a team anthem, perhaps this should be it? Hey, hey, hey. E to the T.
Yo, yo, yo.
Jaguars will pick number 5 in the draft. It's going to provide a variety of options. If I take guys who theoretically could still be there, I'm not buying any of this hype we're hearing right now. It's way too early, man. If you're taking a guy from, like Abdul Carter's gone from like 8 to 10 on a lot of lists to number 1 on some mock drafts. I ain't listening to some mock drafter. Let's go through this whole process and see where they sort out. He may very well end up being number 1. That'd be great for Jacksonville because we're not going edge rusher. So put any position that's not of perilous need for us and let that go before we pick 5th because it just knocks one, knocks a prospect you could really use down one more spot. And much will be made of the 5th pick in the draft, and it should. But you better get a banger, man. I don't need some developer. I need a banger ready to come in and be a grown A man year 1. And so whether you go interior defensive line or you take a shutdown corner or you got to, whatever position that you identify. E.T., what if this is where you know, by the way, how much need your team has? Because I'm about to talk about another couple positions next. And when you really think about it, my gosh, they may be further in line behind other positions of need. So where do you draft these prospects in the draft based on what you can, how good they are versus what you need? Draft need versus value, right? I think it's almost more specific than that. What position are you taking, though, friend? What are we going to consider here? Let's consider corner.
Yes.
Let's consider interior defensive line.
Yes. Those are my top 2.
Yeah, it's one of those 2, isn't it?
Yeah, one of those 2.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't imagine there's a receiver who you fall in love with to take number 5 overall when you just drafted a guy last year. I think you're going to have to find that guy. This is where we got to get better. We got to find real good players around 3 to 5. We just don't do it. It's why we're getting lapped. They've been good enough. Even though we complain about the second rounders, we're getting decent starters on the guys that went 9 and 8 a couple of years. It's rounds 3 through 5. We're just going bust, man. We're not getting anything. Kyron Williams went a few picks after Snoop Connor, man. Snoop Connor. So while everyone's over the Senior Bowl this week, you better bet you're looking at receivers, tight ends, and running backs that the rest of the league is just fattening up on in rounds 3 through 5. Not us. We're taking interior linemen that never amount to a hill of beans. Not the rest of the league. That's where they're drafting these young tight ends, running backs, and receivers that are flashing. Receivers, in fairness, the way they throw the ball around in college football, they have been pretty much playing it, maybe not in the exact order, but they told us Neighbors was the deal. He was. They told us Harrison was good. He is. Dunze's maybe the one who didn't quite, but he had a lot more, a lot of other things working with him, including a rookie quarterback, including a crowded receiver room where already 2 alphas need the ball. So, anywho. So, okay, which of the 2? Back to that.
I'm going corner.
You're going to go corner, okay.
Yeah, I think, although the interior D-line needs, I think we need more help sooner at corner.
Yeah, I think that's one of those. I think that interior D-line that's just one of those where you just make the decision, is Mason Graham that dude?
Yeah.
Is he just is he a wrecking ball in there? Are you getting one of Chris Jones? Are you getting that level of player? Because if you are, heck yeah, I would take him right there in the middle.
Yes, sir.
You bet I would. I'd still love to see Travis Hunter, man. He, out of sight, out of mind. Now the season's over and the detractors will start to pile up, whether it's size or other things. I mean, this kid is an A-plus student. He's a standout young guy. He's a great leader and captain. He's a heck of an athlete. The frame bothers you a little bit, because it's not just his weight. It's just he's kind of skinny boned, it almost looks like, right?
Yeah, he's like a small kid.
Yeah, so
you would hope that, the league can fatten him up.
Yeah, for sure.
They can tend to do that.
But that athletic ability, man, I just don't I think we're I don't know why it is with him maybe more than others that have come along. I think we're trying to dumb it down too much. This guy played both sides, bro.
At a high level.
At an all American level. So yeah, man, if I could get Travis Hunter at 5, I'm going to sprint up there. I may match his 40 time getting that card. But that's just me. Travis Hunter could be there and they could go Mason Graham. Matt Miller, ESPN analyst.
Yeah.
Was on yesterday with Jaguars Today.
Okay.
So Miller's at the Senior Bowl for one. He's among their analysts and reporters that are there. But if you are talking interior defensive linemen, and Mason Graham is, if they go defensive line with that pick, it's going to be Mason Graham, right? And the hope is at least a quarterback or 2 go. Abdul Carter perhaps goes. And now, right, there's only one other person in front of you. It feels kind of like a fantasy football draft when you got your eye on somebody waiting. So what if it does that, though? What if, and again, the quarterbacks may or may not go. I have a feeling that you get more and more desperate guys shoot more and more up the board, and they do end up going in the top 5, or somebody just outside trades up. I don't know. We'll see. But if that happens, then who knows? Will it be Mason Graham? Will it be Travis Hunter? Will it be somebody else you have your eye on? When it comes to Mason Graham, ultra-talented interior defensive lineman from Michigan, Matt Miller, among that ESPN staff, former scout himself, I think, had this to say from Mobile.
He's going to be a good NFL player for 10 years. He's someone that can make players around him better. We've seen that in Michigan. So if that's the pick for Jacksonville, I think you get excited about, okay, this is a building block type defensive tackle. He's not Aaron Donald, right? That's not who he is, but he could be a really, really good defensive tackle for a long time.
All right, fire up the band. We got a football fixie. Let's go through some news and notes from around the National Football League. Brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin and the home course at Joint Creek Golf Club. Tee it on and let it fly. Join me on the best value in golf, the home course. Running back, receiver, tight end. Difference makers in rounds 2, 3, and 4 year after year after year. We've spent draft picks on those. We're not getting all-star level players. Our 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th round picks at those positions have been, Brenton Strange, Snoop Connor, Hank Bigsby, even for what we saw, Yawn. We don't have anybody standing out, going above the X's and O's. Tight end is a really, really thick position in this year's NFL draft. And there is one scenario. Look, I banged the table the other day. I don't want to just willy-nilly let talented players like Evan Ingram and Christian Kirk go unless you're upgrading the roster, not selling me on the future. There's a really, really good tight end group. I saw one report that one team that would be interested, and anytime this team is rumored, then I think it carries a little more weight because we've heard from Liam Coen himself his relationship with the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams, there was some chatter, would love a 1-year rental of Evan Ingram. What that could bring in return. And again, what's the plan? Am I going to be upgraded at the position? Sure, I'm upgraded from these dog meat end of the year roster. I'm talking about the best available you have right now. We shall see. Ingram doesn't save that much against the cap. It's a bigger saving with Kirk. If you're doing it for money, that one would make more sense. But here's another thing with Evan Ingram. I just don't know, man. A system change could completely change his dynamic.
Yep.
So that's another thing to consider. And does the Liam Coen offense need a bigger body, Cade Otton type tight end, which is what he has over there in Tampa? I don't know. But we'll see. Tight ends, though, including a couple guys we're familiar with in these parts. Elijah Arroyo from the U, Mason Taylor at LSU, whose aunt is a naughty, naughty girl. Do you agree? See what I did there?
Oh, yeah.
Mason Taylor's the aunt. Ooh, naughty. All right, off of the Senior Bowl coverage. We got the coordinator tracker. My man, the ozone on top of it, man. Still deep in the night. This posted late last night. Let's see. The Jags completed an interview with Washington Commanders quarterbacks coach Tavita Pritchard for the vacant offensive coordinator position. We told you yesterday they had previously interviewed Rams offensive assistant and passing game specialist Nate Schillhouse for the position. 4 defensive coordinator candidates have been interviewed. Packer linebacker coach, defensive run game coordinator Anthony Campanile. Rams defensive, there's the Rams again, defensive pass game coordinator and assistant head coach Aubrey Pleasant. Raiders defensive coordinator Patrick Graham. I did see that Graham is staying on with the Raiders under Pete Carroll, so cross him off. Vikings defensive pass game coordinator and defensive backs coach Durante Jones among those who have been interviewed at this time as well. People are saying, so if Ben Johnson came here, would he have brought Press Taylor? Hard no. But he's somewhere else. He's looking to fill his staff, and he's opted to go with a guy who has coordinated or at least been a part of offenses that have, he's at least co-coordinated some successful runs, including a Super Bowl in Philly and that playoff year here in Jacksonville. And look, what's Ben Johnson known as? A guy who calls his own plays. So it's, and by the way, he's not the offensive coordinator in Chicago, so pull the reins a little bit. No, but he's a passing game coordinator, so Press Taylor lands with a job. Aaron Glenn filling out his staff. Steve Wilkes, long-timer around NFL circles, was a head coach for a while with the Cardinals. He will be Aaron Glenn's defensive coordinator. Did you see Bill Belichick? He was on a podcast with Jim Gray.
Yeah.
And Jim Gray was talking, like Belichick was trying to make the argument, yeah, you give us coaches credit, but it's the players. And Gray said, well, they don't call it the Bart Starr Trophy. They call it the Lombardi. Mm-hmm. And Belichick said, yeah, they should call it the Brady Trophy.
I saw that.
Super Bowl ads this year. You want to know why your Happy Meal 6 cents more? $8 million for a 30-second spot. Wow. All right, we got a lot more football talk and other as we move along on a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. That's a football fix. Sick and arrival more come your way next. You're listening to The Drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Buckle up your chin strap.
Blitz! You gotta blitz them!
1010XL.
You blitz all night!
Jacksonville Sports Radio.
We are gonna blitz like Dick Butkus.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Roll with Hard Rock Bet for Big Game 59 because we're rolling out over $5.9 million in bonus bets. The big game kicks off Sunday in New Orleans, but get your share of Big Easy bonus bets now so you can place more bets on us instead of using your own cash. It's the big game rollout. $5.9 million in promos only on Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMITTED.
When it's time for new tires, you can count on Big Chief Tire for quality and value. Frank Franchi here. Their expert team will help you quickly find the right fit, ensuring a safe, comfortable ride. With quality options, fair prices, and quick installation, you'll be back on the road in no time. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 today to schedule your appointment and roll into 2025 with great confidence. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
What could you do with an extra $75,000 right now, or even a couple $100,000? If you own a home, you can get that money in less than a week with Loan Pronto. Hey, Prosser here. Loan Pronto is the leader in quickly converting your home equity into cold hard cash, so you can pay off all your credit cards or start that home remodel. Loan Pronto has several easy options to let you access the cash from your home. There's virtually no paperwork, no cumbersome process, no junk fees, often no appraisals. Listen, the average homeowner now has over $300,000 in equity. That's your money. Use it. One client got $150,000 out and paid off all their credit cards, 2 car loans, and a personal loan, cutting their monthly expenses by $1,500. You can get approved in as little as 1 day, so act now with no hard credit pull up front. LoanPronto.com or 904-999-1508. Get the money you need for anything at 904-999-1508 or just go to LoanPronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Brian Wall here. Would you take your paycheck, go to the bank, cash it, and then simply throw it up in the air? I didn't think so. But in a way, over the years, that is exactly what you're doing if you have old or builder-grade windows in your home. Even if you have a brand new home, those windows are not the best windows you can have to save on your energy bills. Window World has sold millions of replacement windows to homeowners like you, and Window World's customer satisfaction is the highest in the business. Please check Window World out yourself and save on your new windows and on your energy bills. Compare with other companies and you'll see Window World is simply the best for less. It's up to you. You can call Window World and get a free estimate, get the best guarantee in the window replacement business, save money on your new windows, and save more on your energy bills. Call Window World today at 904-443-7001 or go online to windowworldneflorida.com. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
Ladies and gentlemen, boaters and landlubbers, friends, four-legged and two, this is Lisa the Botanista with a huge announcement. Freedom Boat Club is opening a brand new 4th location. That's right, Freedom Boat Club St. Augustine Shipyard is now open. Now members can enjoy unlimited access at Julington Creek, Jacksonville Beach, St. Augustine Comanche Cove, and St. Augustine Shipyard. Freedom Boat Club members also enjoy reciprocal access to over 400 locations across the world. There's never been a better time to join. We are offering our biggest discount ever to celebrate our brand new location. We own and maintain an entire fleet of boats. Join the club, and as often as you like, you can do water sports, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, sandbar hopping, dining on the water, or just cruising around town. Visit us at the St. Augustine Shipyard or stop by any of our locations to see what the Boatsiers experience is all about. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
Yo, E.T. here, and beat the winter blues with fun activities in Clay County. Some of my personal favorites are a hands-on aquaponics class at Reparation Earth, or diving into the action at Nakima Anime Bar, where you can join weekly gaming and cosplay tournaments. Clay County always has something going on. Plan your next date at exploreclay.com and share the fun at #ExploreClay.
Value or flavor? Price or taste? Why choose when you can get both with everyday deals at Sunny's? Right now, you can get the pork big deal for $10, the pork and rib combo for $12, and all you can eat ribs for just $19.99. Yep, you heard right. All your favorites are now available all day, every day. And that's why it's always Sonny's here. Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmaster since 68.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Riddle Wellness. Jaguars are providing an opportunity for fans to hear from Coach Liam Coen on this evening from 6 to 8 at Everbank Stadium. Admission is free. However, fans must register in advance for tickets at jaguars.com/Coach Cohen. Jacksonville men's basketball saw its winning streak end with a loss to Florida Gulf Coast on Wednesday. Despite leading by 24 points, the Dolphins couldn't secure the win. They'll seek to bounce back on Saturday against rival UNF in the River City Rumble. The Florida State men's basketball team faced challenges on their West Coast trip and hoped to bounce back against Virginia Tech. However, Virginia Tech led the entire game and defeated Florida State on Wednesday night. Head coach Leonard Hamilton remarked that his team lacked toughness.
So we didn't display the toughness that we've been accustomed to displaying. And I thought that Virginia Tech much more aggressive and much more physical.
At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
At 7 a.m., it's 47 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Yeah. You are my fire, the one desire, believe when I say I want it that way.
You know it!
Our two worlds.
Yes, sir! Come on!
Surprised y'all don't have this choreographed.
We do.
Oh, dude. What's this?
Yeah, I gave it back.
Just follow. Yeah, just gave it back. He told you. Oh no! Let's see what's happening here. Stumbling mess here.
Oh yeah, good to be here on a Thursday.
It's a classic, man.
Can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong.
I don't ever wanna hear you say.
Have we hired a?
We love a boy band.
Oh yeah,
my generation is so guilty of that.
We hired a
We
coordinator
acted like
yet?
we didn't back in the day.
Right.
We have not. We've interviewed another.
No?
Right?
Okay.
I think we're getting a play sitter here, man. You got to find a coordinator who's willing to come in and just sit up in the booth but not call plays.
Well, that's offensive, but defensive we need.
Yeah, defensively. I saw Patrick Graham said, "Nah, I'll just go to the Raiders with Pete Carroll."
Yeah,
he'll stay there. I don't know what they're gonna. Are they done interviewing? They're deciding between the three.
I would assume so.
I mean, how deep you got to go, really?
I know.
You're in the circles here. It's a shame of the timing of all this that Liam Coen, with his transition and culture being as important, can't be in Mobile. And maybe he's there briefly. I don't know. You probably don't have time. You got to interview coaches. You got this get-together tonight.
Yeah.
But only because he's promising this symbiosis between front office and organization and football team.
Yeah.
That's important to him. And so having guys over there evaluating and rating and ranking who aren't going to be, in many cases, a part of that, is different.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's go time. The NFL never stops, as you know.
Yeah.
We go from the end of a season to a Shrine Bowl to a Senior Bowl to all these different things. So we'll see how that all works out for the Jaguars. But, yeah, Liam Coen off and running's got to get that staff put together. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's get that done here.
The coordinators that have interviewed are still, in the picture with Patrick Graham having gone back to the Raiders as their DC. A guy from the Rams, Aubrey Pleasant, pass game coordinator, assistant head coach. Guy from the Packers, Anthony Campanile.
Yeah.
Run game coordinator.
He's a feisty dude.
Well,
he's
would fit.
He's the one if you want the Yeller Screamer,
bad language.
If the players are appreciating it, then yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes in today's day and age, it doesn't work.
Well,
we'll see.
Or you find guys that do
I
appreciate
loved
it.
what we didn't really talk about this from Cohen's press conference, but I loved what he had to say about the defense. It's a violent sport, man. I want guys that are mean and nasty, are going to hit to the echo of the whistle, and then repeated it. The echo of the whistle.
Yeah.
We're going hard. Get a couple of flags. That's fine with me, but people are going to know we're coming. That's all talk until you do it, but I like that mindset from the get-go.
Yeah.
It tells me we're probably, I don't know, maybe tackle once or twice in training camp. Doug took a pass on that for ice cream socials.
Right.
We went bowling and such.
Yeah. So, So,
and then the Vikings got too. Their pass game coordinator, Durante Jones.
Yes. So pick one and let's go.
And offensive guys, they had another one yesterday. The Commanders quarterbacks coach. I think you're looking for like a quarterbacks coach who can be the offensive coordinator and learn and be a coordinator in many ways and devising game plans and such. But it's going to be Cohen calling the plays, and I think that's what we all want as he took Tampa's offense to. I didn't realize how much improved they were from the previous year, Dan.
Who?
Tampa's offense.
Oh, yeah.
Like in my mind, Baker Mayfield had a similar year the year before. No, he didn't. He had 28 or 29 touchdowns and 13 picks. It was not near as good as this year.
Yeah.
And their offense shot up into the top 5 from the middle of the pack. Their running game went from almost last to almost first. So, and he did this, losing Godwin early.
Yeah.
Losing Evans for a stretch.
Yes, he did. He had injuries to deal with. So, yeah, that's a good sign. Hopefully he can do the same here. Hopefully he can do the same here. Our Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day. Pretty excited about it. You won't get this but about another 30 times between now and the draft. Brought to you by Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, the Gators, the PGA Tour. 15 locations to serve you, and get locked in right now on a fixed interest rate of 4.99%. Visit DreamFindersHomes.com for all your information. Right now, today, who would you pick with a number 5 pick if they were available? Here are your choices.
Okay.
Mason Graham, Tet McMillan, Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter. Right now, who would you pick?
Screaming at me.
E? Right now.
I'm going with the Heisman Trophy winner, Travis Hunter.
Okay. Jeffrey?
I will rival Hunter's 40 time if I have the card and those guys are available and I can get it to the phone.
Wow.
Yeah, I want Travis Hunter by landslide. Perfect fit.
He would be my third pick right now.
Yeah.
I might take Abdul Carter if he were available. The more I read, the more I like.
Yeah, okay. That's understandable. That's a home-wrecking position.
And then I might take Mason Graham.
Can't do it.
Then I will take Travis Hunter.
What about Travis Hunter?
And I love Tet McMillan. I like Travis Hunter. Yeah. I just don't worry about him. He was hurt in college, wasn't he?
Some. He played mostly.
Okay.
Somebody's got a great size comp, and this I've more than one has come across. And to my knowledge, this guy's held up pretty good, but he had similar concerns coming out. It's Devontae Smith.
Yes.
It's a slight dude.
But he's much smaller.
He's smaller than Hunter.
Yes.
Yes. But my point is,
He's made it. Yeah.
He's made it. He's held up.
Through. Yeah, he has. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Another Heisman winner. He's a forgettable Heisman winner, isn't he, Devontae Smith?
Yeah.
Or no. Like to me, he's kind of forgettable that he won one. You have to remind yourself sometimes.
I guess he played 13 games last year. He played 9 games the year before. So he played 22 games.
Yeah, and this year, played 22 games playing every snap
and
both
he plays
ways.
all the snaps, yeah.
So that tells you you're more healthy if you can play. You don't get hurt on offense or defense. All conference, all American in both. He fits every need. He gives me a shutdown corner, and he gives me a gadget offensive weapon that my new coach will probably use right. So I'm really, really, the closer we get, Dan, and look, we can ebb and flow.
Mm-hmm.
The closer we get, I get more and more and more and more excited and hopeful that he's the one, to the point that I'm now going to be disappointed if it's not him.
Well, the last mock I saw by the boys in the sweatshops.
Yeah.
This is dumbasso. Once again, proving.
Your guy. You're going to reference him. Wow.
Once again, proving his idiocy, though.
Yeah, again, they go to those sweatshops over there in the Far
East. You'll agree with me on this. You both will agree with me.
I am not I'm not the defense lawyer.
You seem to take offense when I call him names.
No.
He's earned that. Through the years.
Buddy, Beef and I have been calling that guy names before you knew who he was.
Oh, my gosh.
Who's he got?
It's just not true. He's got Abdul Carter going 1 to Tennessee, Shedeur Sanders going to the Raiders, Cam Ward to the Giants, Will Campbell to the Patriots.
So you've got Graham or Hunter, and you're going to give me Tet McMillan.
I'm going to give you Will Johnson.
Okay. I thought you just said he went fourth.
No, Will Campbell.
Oh.
Will Johnson
Will
goes.
Campbell's the tackle?
Yes, Will Johnson, the corner from Michigan, while Travis Hunter remains on the board.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. And Will Johnson may be terrific, and he may end up being the pick. But Travis Hunter's hitting all the boxes.
If you had the choice between Will Johnson and Travis Hunter, you would take Travis Hunter.
I would, yeah.
Anybody would.
Okay. And that's not to say Will Johnson won't be great. He may be better. I don't know. Because here's the thing with Hunter. He's not just hitting the shiny boxes. He's also hitting the important ones.
Yeah.
Like he's checking every box of what you would want.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not the ideal size, but again, but played both ways all year, every play.
That's just dumb.
Who is winning the poll?
Oh, yeah, thank you. Right now, with 600 votes in, Travis Hunter, 40.3%. Mason Graham, 34.1%. Abdul Carter, 17.1%. Tet McMillan, 8.5%. You can vote at Dan Hicken, and he posted it as well. So
some of these things, by the way, are going to be answered. We're going to know what they do in free agency. Like if they go high profile, either receiver or corner in free agency, we're going to have a better idea on what they're planning to do. If they're going to trade Evan Ingram, say, to the Rams for a draft pick, they're going to draft a tight end in the middle, second, third, fourth round.
I don't want them to do a lot in free agency.
I don't either. I'd like to keep what we have and let's build young and then reassess where we are with a healthy.
Maybe sprinkle in a player or two. And
sure. Give me a healthy. I'm willing to take my chances with a healthy Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, Christian Kirk, Evan Ingram. How long they stay that way, I don't know, but I'm willing to at least reassess with a different leader.
Mm-hmm. If we were to draft a Travis Hunter,
yes, sir,
do you think we would get more primetime games? With the Liam Coen and Travis Hunter?
Year two, not year one.
Not year one.
Yeah, we won 4 games. They're wait and see, but we will.
We're 1:00 Sundays next year, buddy.
But we will be.
You know what our primetime game's going to be?
We're quick.
9:30 a.m. in London.
If the quarterback gets hot and has a top 5, top 10 year like he did in 2022, and we do have Hunter, and we're good again, we're going to be easy to put back into the spotlight for 4 or 5 games the next year. But like we did this year in the board, we falter them away.
2 or 3.
Pump your brakes.
Well, that's what we had.
4 or 5. You mean we might get a 4:00 game?
I don't know. I guess y'all, the 2023 season didn't happen for y'all. They put us on like 4 times.
When I was,
y'all weren't here for Cincinnati and Baltimore back to back, or the Thursday nighter against New Orleans earlier that year.
Yeah. I think we got flexed out of Baltimore. If I remember.
No, we played them right here. We played 3 games on national TV.
When did we play Baltimore?
We played Baltimore right here, the Cincinnati, the next week. Yes.
Baltimore night?
Yes, Sunday night football.
It was on Sunday night?
Yes.
You sure?
I'm positive.
The Baltimore game?
Yes.
All right.
I mean,
remember the Cincinnati game. Cincinnati game was definitely at night.
They played Baltimore and Cincinnati. Were they not back-to-back?
It was like we had like a Sunday nighter and a Monday nighter.
Did we have a Sunday nighter?
And
I mean, what am I just sitting here? What the hell, man?
Did we have a Sunday nighter? Yeah.
Lamar came here and beat him. They threw the ball to Likely down there. It's prime time.
You were there.
Yeah.
It was back-to-back weeks.
Was that on Sunday night?
Yeah, that was Sunday night.
All right.
And by the way, we had played New Orleans on Thursday night 3 weeks prior. So, yeah, 4 or 5 is not stupid. If the
you just named 3.
Well, and the 2 London. Oh, that's 5. That's 5. Anyway, you're right. I named 3 for a 9-8 football team. But if they do, as I say, it was prerequisite. If they get hot, they go 12-5. Trevor's back, a top 5 quarterback. Then I'll stand by. Yeah, they'll get 4 or 5. That's correct.
All right.
But they got to do all those things, which is the much harder job.
Yeah, much harder. So we'll see. But yeah.
That's like we get old man brain. You really, ask us what happened in 2002. We'll tell you right down to the to the quarter. Because I'm the one that does that more. I'm sitting there losing my mind. What am I missing? It was back-to-back weeks, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was literally back-to-back weeks.
He had me tripping too.
Okay, all right.
I mean, you took your kid down on the field that night. Was it a nighttime or daytime?
It was a night game, man.
Let's regather, take a break, come back.
Sure, why not?
10-minute drill you to death.
Okay.
I've got a TV show question.
Okay.
I want to get out.
I have a couple of questions, too, so it'll be question and answer time.
Oh, wonderful. It's all coming up right here on The Drill.
This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
More of a former Duval Minute as Doug Marrone returns to the National Football League with Mike Vrabel in New England. He's up there with his buddy Bill O'Brien at Boston College last year and has decided to get back in. His last run as a head coach came with the Jaguars, as you know. He was a senior analyst for football strategy at BC. His role not defined yet, but he is joining the Patriots coaching staff. His background, obviously, is with the offensive line. Wouldn't be surprised if that's where he's coaching the New England Patriots with Mike Vrabel going forward. Also the offensive line coach for Alabama in 21, and then in New Orleans, 22 and 23. Doug Marrone back in the NFL. And that's your Duval Minute, brought to you by our friends at Lift Power. Always on the look for experienced lift, truck, and dock and door technicians in the Jacksonville area. The benefits are second to none, man. 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Man, this offer is too good to pass up. Come see why Lift Power has been voted one of the best places to work for the past several years, year in and year out, rapidly growing. Been around for 50 years. Family-owned and operated. Don't let this opportunity slip by. You can be part of the family. Learn more just by going to liftpower.com. That's liftpower.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam.
I think when it comes to insurance, we all think kind of the same way. Man, we pay a lot of money each month, premiums. So if something happens and we need you guys to help us, you need to be there. That's how the Kaproskis look at it from the other side. Craig and Chris Kaprosky, part of Goosehead Insurance. Something happens, you call them, they get you the answers right away. That's how they work. If they don't answer the phone, they call you right back. It's called customer service. Sometimes in this day and age, it gets lost, but not to the Kaproskis. So if it's homeowners, auto, flood, boat insurance, look, the Kaproskis will be there for you every time you need it. I speak from experience. My daughter was complaining a month ago about her car insurance. So I said, call Chris. So she called Chris Kaprosky. All of a sudden, she figured out a way to bundle with her husband. Now she's saving hundreds of dollars a month. Hey, get an insurance checkup today. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com. Craig.Kaprosky, Koproski, at Goosehead.com, or call 478-8422, 478-8422.
Billy Currington and Kip Moore live in concert. Friday, June 27th, St. Augustine Amphitheater. Billy Currington, Kip Moore with Jade Eagleson. Tickets on sale Friday, 10 a.m. at AXS.com. Don't miss Billy and Kip live.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T here with my bookie, and our listeners have been killing it, and we're now set for the final stretch of the road to New Orleans. My bookie is the one book that got your back. No fluff, no second guessing, just straight up action. Does your other sports book pay out when you push on a bet? My bookie does. And if you're new to the game and not sure where to start, we've got you covered. Step it up and use our promo code 1010XL, and that'll double your bankroll with a 50% deposit bonus right from jump. Here's a pro tip that'll get you rolling. The big game prop bets are going to be plentiful. So take a hard look at player props and those wacky big game props. And stack that with my bookie risk-free Thursday. So what you waiting for? There's a new risk-free odds boost every Thursday. To find the bet, click the Bet Boost tab and scroll down. If it hits, you win. If it doesn't, forget about it. My bookie refunds you your money back. Sign up now, use my promo code 1010XL, and they'll give you a 50% deposit bonus. It's the best sign-up bonus in Florida for batters. The road to New Orleans is here for the big game. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
Interested in a unique date night? Gibby here. I took my wife Nikki to Wick a Candle Bar. She made her own custom candle right there in the store. Shop local at Wick a Candle Bar. Locations in San Marco and Jax Beach.
Mia O'Brien.
Don't I know you from somewhere?
On Helmets and Heels, noon to 2.
I swear to you, I know her.
Then there's the 1010XL video and social media channels.
I would know her voice anywhere.
All Things Mia is driven by Arlington Toyota.
On 1010XL.
Ever wonder how you can transform your living spaces into captivating works of art? At First Coast Lighting and Fans, they offer a huge selection of high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness. Visit their showroom on Phillips Highway at the Avenues and step into a world of quality without compromise. Discover the difference that locally owned expertise makes and let them help you experience the transformation from average to extraordinary. At First Coast Lighting and Fans.
When you're a little kid on the playground, they tell you don't hit back. Well, the courtroom isn't a playground. And if you've suffered an injury or death in your family, I'm here to tell you it's okay to hit back and fight to make them pay. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we understand all the pain and emotion that comes with being wrong. And we've dedicated our lives to making things right for people like you. So if you get hit back with Hastings Injury Law. Offices, Jacksonville.
Yo, it's your boy E.T. here for Twin Peaks. The best in the game, by the way. It's where your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served at just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights, too. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks. The #1 sports bar, Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen, scores every time. Dig into them smash burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge. Come on, somebody.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beachurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beachurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beachurst Plumbing, here to help.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
When it comes to towing products, your safety is the priority at Cannons of Jacksonville. Cannons has decades of experience to ensure your towing setup is installed with precision and reliability. Visit cannonsofjacks.com, your trusted partner for a smoother tow.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox dealer on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
Yeah! Yeah! Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
So what'd you watch on TV last night? You're excited about your new TV show, he said.
Yes, I do. Sports concepts and rationalizations coming your way. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, he hands out a prize pack. What is the razzle-dazzle today?
2 tickets to the Electric Light Orchestra Experience
Evil
featuring Evil Woman.
Evil Woman.
The American ELO on Wednesday, February 5th at 7:30 at the Jacksonville Center for Performing Arts. This is all part of FSCJ Artist Series. Holla at me at the end of the 10-minute drill. Come on, somebody.
All right, so 3 choices. Which one's best?
Okay. All right. I have a question, too.
3 viewing options.
Okay.
I haven't watched TV a lot at all lately. I got caught into a sports cycle, and I've missed a good year of some of the good shows.
Okay. Are you talking about streaming shows or network shows?
Streaming shows.
Oh, okay.
So
I do more movies than shows. But
Landman
Yeah,
Terrific.
Mrs. P does the late night. She says it's great. She loves it.
Terrific show.
That's that same Tyler Sheridan dude who did Yellowstone and did some there's a movie, Hell or High Water, and some others.
Okay. Terrific show.
Okay.
Landman.
All right.
Already okayed for season 2. What we learned in Landman, do you know this lady named Allie, like Lartner? Does that name ring a bell?
Like a real person?
Yeah, actress.
No.
All right. So, Allie, did you watch the movie Varsity Blues?
I don't think so.
Classic.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to know this.
Isn't that forever ago?
Yeah,
was she, was she the young girl? She was the high school
Do you remember
girl?
E, the cheerleader?
Yeah, I do know who that is.
The whipped cream bikini.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, she's now a 48-year-old vixen.
Oh, you go, girl.
And I think she disappeared from Hollywood for like 30 years since that movie. I don't know. Maybe she had other roles. I don't know. But all of a sudden, she's she's like 50 years old and looks terrific.
What's her name?
Allie, Lartner, something like that.
Heads to
Lartner.
Google.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what our Varsity Blues to this, and like a big giant period in between. So, Landman. Now, next one.
I've seen her, and
You've seen her?
I've seen her and stuff.
Okay. So maybe she didn't leave. I just haven't
she
seen
was
it.
like Final Destination's a movie I've seen.
Yeah. Okay.
That was, but that was basically a round of. I'll give you a little update. But go ahead.
All right.
Oh, yeah, she was in Obsessed with Beyonce. Yeah, I do remember.
Yeah. That's that's 09. So
Okay.
she's done a little bit since she's in the Resident Evil. That's a video game, isn't it?
It's also a movie. Yeah, it is a video game.
But they'll put these actors and actresses on their credits. These video game voices that they do. And
All right, next. Anyway, Landman's terrific.
Okay.
If you're looking for it, it's 10 episodes. It's very
so there's one. All right. I like the Harlan Coben thriller mysteries, and they're all over Netflix. So just Google that Harlan Coben. And
Night Agent 2 just dropped.
Okay, I saw the first one. I haven't seen the second one.
Second one wasn't as good as the first one.
I can't remember the first one. What
I know,
happened?
you don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
You don't remember.
You just don't remember.
You don't, because you binge them.
I don't.
And then
I don't go back because I feel like I won't. I got to catch up.
They recap it in the first one and bring you up to date. But anyway, Night Agent 2 was good. It was good. And then I've gotten told now, wife comes in and she said, oh, we got a new one. And then others have confirmed to me that this one is the one that you got to watch, that it was like Suits. Suits for me was one that it'd be 12:30. I'm so tired, but
and that's just
start
a
the next
sitcom,
one.
right? That's just a sitcom.
You know what I mean?
Suits is just a sitcom.
Yeah.
That's a network show that they put on streaming.
Yeah. But it got.
But in
caught
other words, it's
fire
not
when
one of these
when
every
Netflix,
week you got a cliffhanger.
When
kind of
Netflix dropped it, it caught fire.
Sure, Netflix did that to The Office and to a lot of.
And we did it. We did it in August before football started.
We're well aware that you were a Suits lover.
Yeah. So anyway, but this apparently is
obsessed for a while.
Yes.
Every day was referenced.
Yes, but this apparently is up there with that. I'm being told.
Okay.
And it's called Lioness. Have you heard of that?
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it. That's Apple, I think.
I don't know.
I think that's Apple.
I
No,
never
it's
know
Showtime, actually. Yeah.
I never know where they are. I just know I speak it and I find it.
The Apple's the only one I don't have. So if it's on Apple, I don't get to see it, or I don't see it.
So anyway.
Yeah, I've heard of Linus. So
Linus
that's
is
an
supposed to
FBI one too, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Supposed to be terrific.
Yeah, it looks good.
So I got rave reviews on that one. The other two I enjoyed. Like I said, I didn't think Night Agent 2 was quite as good as Night Agent 1, but it was still pretty good.
But you did the whole thing, man.
Yeah.
You got down and dirty. That's a lot of watching.
It was.
That's like 8 episodes, isn't it?
10, maybe. Yeah. But I started it last week.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. But anyway, just some programming notes.
I started Gladiator too, but I fell asleep. But it looks good though.
I saw it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing. It's not as bad as they say.
Okay.
You know, it's
Is
okay.
it a lot like Gladiator 1?
It's real.
With different characters?
It's a similar, yeah. You've always got this family tie, or you know, I'm not going to give any spoilers. Although it's as carbon, it's as cookie cutter as you would think.
Okay.
Denzel Washington, has his slaves who become the gladiators, and then it's the whole deal. So it was good though. It was good. I like those movies. It doesn't, those kind of movies, they can't take your favorite characters and protect them for an hour and a half.
We had it.
And when that is the case, you get good, plot twists, because, you lose people, gain people where you don't expect to.
We had an awful plane crash overnight up in D.C. A military helicopter hit a civilian jet coming in from Wichita, Kansas, being told that there were some young figure skaters on the plane. Just horrible. So.
And again, I don't
I hate that.
It's not a, I guess probably not a time for anger. It's just you just feel sorry for him. But it really bothers me that a plane full of commercial air passengers have to wonder if a military helicopter is going to be in their flight plan. That annoys the crap out of me. And there ought to be a better way to train and progress than that. And man, it's a horrible situation all the way around. But
yeah,
I mean, what are we doing, man? Why are we flying helicopters around active airports?
Yeah.
And then there's a bigger story than this. This is my initial reaction. I'm not damning anyone or anything. But my golly, when you call today and get your tickets on some airline flying from some airport somewhere, and nowhere in your train of thought, in your peace of mind, is you're going to get blown up on takeoff or depart or arrival.
Well, there was a report that it was a Black Hawk military helicopter was, quote, blacked out. I don't know what that means, flying without its lights. I don't know. I don't know what the reason would be for that. I don't know.
Well, I heard and again quickly, and I'm not on top of the story, but I'm going to stand by a military aircraft shouldn't take down a passenger plane. Shouldn't be anywhere near them. Train somewhere else. It's in the year of AI. We can't have technology that you can do the exact same kind of training without actually putting yourself in the path. And again, obviously it's a mistake.
Yeah.
But, to me, you know what the mistake is? Flying any aircraft around that's not part of the commercial air traffic at 9 o'clock at night. Sounds like you do that enough and something like this will happen. But.
Anyway, so that was horrible and crashed into the river and no survivors, I don't think, obviously. So
somebody on the text line, Design My Lifetime Enclosures. I live in D.C. I think about it all the time, driving into work, seeing all the helicopters flying around.
Yeah.
I think they were on a training mission. Ironically, sadly, they were training. It was at least the report I saw. They were training to take VIPs around town in congested, aircraft times. Yeah, training failed, I'd say.
Be interesting to see what happens with the.
I had another movie.
Oh, what do you got?
We got off the movie. We got all serious.
Okay. All right.
The boys like that too.
I saw that movie, that Demi Moore movie, the one that got the accolades. She's
in Landman, by the way.
She got an Oscar nomination.
Oh, yeah.
The Substance.
Okay.
Yeah, no, take a pass on that one, buddy. I don't know how they got the buzz that it did. I don't know how. You want to talk about Hollywood will yank your chain sometime and take you where you want to be? She in no way deserves an Oscar nomination. It's a gory horror film is what it is. So just be warned.
Okay.
Like if you do the Substance, and y'all know what it's about. Have you heard of it?
I have no idea.
It's an aging actress, and then there's a substance that if you take it, you can become a younger version than yourself, but you got to be very careful in how you got to stay on schedule and going back and forth. And, it's basically a commentary on beauty standard and all that kind of rigmarole. But what it ends up being is, an hour and a half of nudity and people getting smashed in the face.
Did you say nudity?
Well, not the kind that'll turn you on. All right? Yeah. The kind where, like, lifeless bodies flop to the floor after exchanges and that kind of thing. Yeah.
No.
But anyway, look, it wasn't, like super terrible, but I was expecting, like, something new and different and, noteworthy. And I didn't get that at all. I got a blood splatter is what I got.
Dear.
Blood splatter.
Ugh,
which I'm okay with, but others may not be.
All right, one last thing. There has to be a little bit of chuckling when we see that our friend Press Taylor is winding up in Chicago.
Well, I chuckle more when I've got there's a lot of fans out there walking around right now saying, good thing we didn't get Ben Johnson to kept Press Taylor. No, we wouldn't have.
Yeah.
He would not have kept Press Taylor.
Yeah.
If Ben Johnson had come here, he would not have hired Press Taylor on his staff.
Yeah. So, anyway, what is he, passing game coordinator?
It's whatever. It's a step down from what he's been doing the last few years. And I don't know if Press Taylor's terrible.
Yeah.
It just didn't work. They got stale. There's no accountability.
And it's on Doug, too. Doug played this mystery game and slid this whole play calling thing. And, this is why you were hired. And all of a sudden, you don't want to call plays. And so in the end, it kind of looks like Press Taylor got Doug Peterson fired twice, which isn't the case, but that's how it sort of that's how you can kind of look at it in some respects. You know what I mean? So it was a disaster around these parts.
Apparently, that lion show you like is also Sheridan.
Oh, really?
Apparently.
Okay, well, that's what they tell me, so maybe he's cashing in.
Well, he's hot right now.
Yeah, he's cashing.
Linus is, it's a Paramount Plus like Landman. Same network.
Okay. Well, I look forward to diving into that one.
I know you have a lot of thoughts and wondering about Jalen Johnson, his shoulder, and why he's going to be shut down for the rest of the year. So we'll get to that important NBA question and more with Doc Murphy when we go inside the injury report.
12 games in a row or something like that?
Yeah. Let me tell you what's on brand for the Hawks. Going to Cleveland and win tonight.
Yeah.
That's what we do. Yeah, we've lost 6 in a row. I have no expectations. So when my season ends, as yours will before a championship, it won't be as painful.
Yeah. Okay. So because my team's better, I'm having a worse year because it's
no
more
way at all.
painful.
Listen, I already gave up on trying to argue what's worse or better when my team finishes ahead of yours in the standings. Yet you won the.
Maybe still the most moronic thing you've ever said in the history of the drill.
Yeah.
Still.
It's crazy.
All right, let's do this. 641-1010. Eve, come kind, come courteous, come correct. Tell them what they're going to win, my friend.
2 tickets to the Electric Light Orchestra Experience featuring Evil Woman, the American ELO, on Wednesday, February 5th at 7:30 at the Jacksonville Center for Performing Arts. All of this is a part of the FSCJ Artist Series. Call me up right now, 904-641-1010, to try to win some tickets. Come on, somebody.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hey, John, looking for the perfect family ride?
How about taking your family on a luxury ride with the all-new 2024 Cadillac Escalade?
That sounds amazing. If you're a loyal customer, you get $4,000 off. Or if you're new to Randy Marion, you can get a $3,000 Conquest discount.
And don't forget the 5% savings on retired courtesy transportation vehicles.
You can save over $10,000 on select 2024 Escalades.
Experience the luxury and comfort at Randy Marion Cadillac.
Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
Plus tax tag title $8.99 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
Are you embarrassed by your ugly, cracked concrete driveway? Stop by Stone Core on Phillips Highway for all your outdoor living needs. Let them show you how a durable paver driveway can enhance your home. Visit stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband-wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, what's the matter?
I don't know about this air conditioner, Jason.
You know, my job is actually to...
I mean, 1 minute it's working, and the next minute it's not working. And every time I leave the house, I don't know if I'm coming back to a nice, cool oasis or a steaming cesspool of sweaty garbage fumes and dog farts, and then I'll never get to sleep. And I'll be too late to call someone. And what if I've got a big meeting the next morning and I haven't slept a wink?
Okay, dude. Stay cool. Or at least stay cooler.
But
Bueller Air and Plumbing can figure out why your AC only works sometimes and not all the time. We fix that kind of stuff every day.
You mean you can...
Life moves pretty fast. If you spend all your time worrying about an air conditioner that can totally be fixed, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Find out why soccer is the most popular game in the world and spreading fast on the First Coast.
On the Sporty Jack Soccer Hour.
Join Cole Pepper, Mauricio Ruiz, and Becky Burley as they discuss the latest in the world of soccer.
Tuesday nights at 6.
On 1010 a.m.
It all begins with Speed Weeks, presented by Advent Health, February 12th through 16th. The Daytona 500 is sold out, but you can still win a 4-pack of tickets to all the other Speed Weeks races. What anniversary of the Great American Race does 2025 mark? Text the anniversary number to 641-1010. What anniversary of the Great American Race does 2025 mark? Text the answer to 641-1010 for a chance to win a 4-pack of tickets to Speed Weeks races.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. When mice and rats show up in your home or business, they can be a real pain. You need them out fast, before they have time to multiply. Terminix knows how to shut down rodents and will keep them from coming back to wreak more havoc. When rodents show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a rodent problem, Terminix does. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online just like I did. That's TERMINIX.com. TERMINIX.com.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. Are you tired of wrestling with your old shower curtain? Then say goodbye to the curtain chaos and hello to a new frameless shower enclosure. Wago glass is clear, classy, and won't stick to you like a toddler at bedtime. Plus, it makes your bathroom look bigger and brighter. Upgrade your shower experience and step into style. Call me at Baker Glass and get ready to love your new glass shower enclosure. Baker Glass, no one treats you better.
Mia here. Since 1982, Closets by Design has specialized in creating dream spaces for every budget. My designer, Frances, made the process so easy. She came to my house and designed a walk-in closet that's not only beautiful, but also incredibly functional for me and old Beau Valentine. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation at 800-293-3744. Hey, and if you mention Mia or Helmets and Heels, you'll qualify for free base molding. Call today or visit closetsbydesign.com.
Hi, I'm Malcolm Anthony. Have you been charged with a crime? You don't have to face it alone. I'm here for you. Stay out of trouble, but if you don't, call me. 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW in the 904.
Denny Thompson here. Tyson Sound and Security has a huge prize sweepstakes now through the big game. I'm talking a 75-inch loaded Samsung TV with 3D surround sound, a sound bar with wireless subwoofer, and installation is included. Stop by the new showroom, check out the setup, and drop your name in the box for your chance to win the $2,500 prize now through February 9th. Tyson Sound and Security now at 3555 U.S. Highway 17 in Fleming, Iowa.
You'll always feel good when you send someone a Cohen flowers, floral, or plant arrangement. This is Max Fink with 1010XL, and no matter what the reason, Cohen Flowers has always come through for me. Order online at CohenFlowers.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists is not affiliated with the NFL or the Jacksonville Jaguars. Discussion regarding injuries is solely based on opinion. Coming up, the weekly Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Medical Report featuring Dr. Kevin Murphy, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, upper extremities, and arthroscopy of the shoulders and knees. Dr. Murphy is a nationally and internationally recognized orthopedic expert. He's a former orthopedic consultant to the White House and the Pentagon, and currently serves as head team physician for UNF, the Jacksonville Icemen, and Northeast Florida area high schools.
You know him, you love him. Dr. Kevin Murphy, Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, nobody better, and a friend of the program. Doc, how are you?
I'm good.
Good to see you. Hey, Doc, I want to dive right into a guy that the mysterious case, this is just for me personally, but it's a mysterious case of Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson is a big man for the New York Knicks. He's 6'10", 6'11", 7 feet. Had a surgery December of 24 on his ankle, hurt his ankle. Supposed to be out 8 to 10 weeks. Reevaluation. He came back. He was out 3 months, so it was more like 12 weeks, 50 games. Came back for the playoffs, re-injured the ankle. Second surgery last May of 24. Minor surgery. He'll be ready for the start of the season. Doc, we're still waiting. Yeah. The start of the season was November, December. We're ending January, okay? And he's doing great. He's doing great. We want him to be 100%. Blah 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 blah. Obviously, we're getting something happened here. It sounds to me like it's going to be a chronic situation going forward. But what can you surmise with an ankle injury on a big man? He's running, he's jumping, he's doing all that stuff, but awaiting clearance for contact. So that's where we are right now with Mitchell Robinson, who was supposed to be back 3 months ago.
Yeah. So a lot of you've seen these guys roll their ankles. So. All these basketball players have loose ankle ligaments. So presumably they went in and tightened his ligaments up. Looking in there with chronic ankle instability, the bones smack together. You get damage to the talus, the dome of the ankle joint that supports really all the weight of your body on that small little bone. And you get arthritic changes there. And I'm sure that's what he has. And they went in again. He tried to recover, and he's having pain. And they go in and put a scope in there and clean things up and smooth the cartilage surface. But he's probably got arthritis of his ankle is the problem, and it is going to be a chronic thing.
Yeah,
those huge guys putting all that weight on that bone that's about 3 inches wide. All the weight goes through that bone, and it's a problem.
Yeah, and so even when he comes back 100% healthy, it could be a matter of time, or he'll be more apt to re-injure.
He's more apt to have not necessarily injuries, but he's going to have pain. And he's going to have trouble.
Chronic situation.
Yeah, he's going to have trouble pounding up and down the court all day, and it's going to be a problem.
Okay. All right. Speaking of old guys, our colleague here is getting ready for the River Run.
You want to come run it backwards, Doc, and still beat me?
He is.
You're going to run it?
He's working on.
I'm going to do the River Run. No, I can't run 9 miles. No way. I was way too late. I need to run for a year. Next year, I would run it. No, I'm gonna. Here's my plan: run 2 minutes, walk a minute. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think I can do that. That's what I'm doing in training, and I'm veering. They're ramping it up, and I'm not going to be able to follow the ramp. I'm just going to keep going 2 on 1 off until the River Run and see. That's what I'm doing.
That's the plan.
I'm not trying to do 10 miles before the race. I'm not trying to do all that. Worst comes to worst, I can walk 9 miles. I played Aaron Hills.
How long do you have to make it?
What do you mean?
How long? How long can it take?
As long as he wants.
Finish?
As long as I want.
Okay.
He could be out there 3 hours if he needs.
No, I'm not going to be 3 hours. I want to do it in less than 2.
Yeah.
Which I think I can do.
I think you can.
Although the last time I ran the River Run, I actually ran it. It took me like 1:46, so maybe not.
Yeah, I'd suggest.
Ran a relative word.
Don't run down the bridges.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna mosey along. Who knows? Maybe I'll become one of these River Run pub crawlers, and by mile 3, I'll have 4 beers in me. I don't know how it's gonna go, Doc. We'll see.
So bridge running, bridges are steel.
Yeah.
With concrete and asphalt, right? So it's a very hard surface. Downhill in particular is tough on you. So
are you more concerned?
Really
are you more concerned about his back or his knees? If you had to pick one.
Yeah,
it's my back that's bothering me now. My knees held up so far, but I'm not doing very much. 9 miles, that's going to pound that knee.
Going to pound you a little bit.
So Doc's all for this. He'll be doing the left meniscus probably in May.
On the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Morning, fellas. Does Doc Murphy do Tommy John surgeries? My son, who is a senior at Fletcher, all conferences junior, found out yesterday he tore his UCL. Needless to say, we are all devastated. Would love some advice from the doc. Thanks, guys. Love the show. I mean, it is when you're not around that and you go through it, it's awful. So
yeah, it is.
First condolences, but tell them what to do.
I don't. That's something you want to do. Have somebody do that surgery that does it a lot and does it very well.
Okay.
Lance Snyder in our group is really, really good at it. Takes care of the jumbo shrimp. He'd be your guy.
Okay.
I have a more lighthearted question for you, Doc, from the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. I need your opinion. I got my first appointment with Doc Murphy. And as a 20-year Navy sub-vet, I need to know, is he over this year's Army-Navy game yet?
Ooh, don't bring it up.
No.
I'm just going to tell him don't bring it up.
Yeah, don't wear a Navy jersey. I'm definitely not over.
You're lucky that Doc will never be the guy that we read the story that he was supposed to do the left and did the right. Remember, I love those when those come out of these places. Yeah, no, Doc is good to go on that one.
Yeah.
Listen, part of the reason that that Braves fans have had a boring offseason is because they have so many guys signed long-term. But it doesn't help your apprehension when 2 of your important long-term signed young guys definitely aren't going to be back for the season opener. I'm just trying to, it's hard to read the tea leaves on what the organization says, what medical, knowledge would seem to dictate, what the players themselves who are always go get them have to say. But I'm talking in particular about Spencer Strider and Ronald Acuna Jr. So let me just get baseline without the opinions one way or the other, which can be polarizing, of just a reminder of what the injuries were, when they occurred, and where you think it is rational to expect that they might return. Spencer Strider tore his UCL, second start of the year, so it would have been early April. This is what they say now. He's up to 4 bullpen sessions. They expect Strider to have a normal spring training, barring any setbacks. They won't rush him back. He will not be on the opening day roster. Already doing bullpen from a April Tommy John?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Can you play this year and feel 100%?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he should be. Yeah, and I'm surprised he wouldn't be ready for the opener.
So we might be, well, that's really good news. I was kind of still, even though we have you all the time, kind of stuck in Tommy John's like a 15-monther.
Yeah, that shouldn't be.
Okay.
Shouldn't be. Yeah, particularly if he's doing bullpens now. I don't. He should be able to progress from there.
Meanwhile, Ronald Acuna Jr. tore his ACL again. I think that was more like an early May hick. Does that sound right? A mid-May kind of injury. I think he played 60 games.
Oh, when he did it?
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Was this a different ACL or was it the same one?
I want to say it's the same one, Doc. I want to say, but I'm not positive. Let me. Can you look that up?
We had that conversation before, and I can't remember what.
I want to say it was the same one, but I'm not positive on that. He came back kind of quick and had a very down season the first time, but now we've got
both
video.
knees. Wait,
so was the other one.
He tore his right and his left.
So,
21 is right.
Okay,
24
so it's
is
different.
left.
Well,
that's better.
That's good news, and maybe you can get this one back, and you're going to be full strength the next. He's still a very young player, but a video yesterday of doing running drills. And moving pretty quick. I mean, if you see it, he's like, like you're leading off first and turning and exploding to second. And they also say that they don't think he'll be ready to go on opening day. But is this another one that'll be sooner rather than later if you're a Braves fan?
Yeah, he would. He came back pretty quick from the other one.
Very quick.
And
he did that one in like July, and he was back by probably April, maybe?
Yeah,
late
he
April.
came back quicker than I thought he should have.
Yeah.
But well, an ACL. So when you reconstruct the ACL, you take tissue from your body typically and put it back in. When you take it out, either a patella tendon or quad tendon, some of these, but most of them get a patella tendon, center third or patella tendon. When you take it out of the body and put it back in, it has no more blood supply. Your body has to revascularize that, and that process takes about 6 months. So if you come back earlier than 6 months, you're really putting yourself at risk for re-injuring it and tearing up what was done. So 6 months is kind of the really earliest you should ever come back. Beyond that, it's usually 9 months is kind of the standard early time. 12 months is standard. So 9 to 12 is still the number. He's probably going to be more than 9 months, I bet.
It would, as an aside, it'd be a big boost for the Braves if they could get those two guys back. I mean, they had other injuries where guys are completely healthy and there's nothing lingering. But those
and you say, he's had another ACL. Well, he's been through the rehab.
I was going to say, does that help you this time?
Sure does help.
You learn some stuff.
Yeah, he knows the sequence. He knows what's going on, and he'll recover probably a little quicker in his own mind and probably get his quad back quicker.
Yeah, and Jalen Johnson, we're not going to ask any questions about. That was a joke. He's a Hawks player, and he's having shoulder surgery, and I barely care. No one else in the audience does. So moving on. That's for the record. I'm just going to be honest here. Be forthright.
Yeah. Just real quick, get back to the young man with the torn ACL. So you said go through Southeast to Dr. Snyder's the guy that you guys use. Okay.
Yeah, Lance Snyder.
Yeah. Oh, UCL. Yeah, the Tommy John surgery. So, and that's what you do, right? I mean, you get the MRI. They'll tell you find out the news that it's torn. It's a horrible, especially when your kid's a baseball player and he's a pitcher. It's just awful. But you can come back from it.
You can.
Yeah.
And you want to have it done well one time. And get your best best opportunity to recover.
Yeah. And just take it and don't worry about rushing back and take it like it's a year at least,
For sure. At that age, absolutely, for sure.
Yeah. So anyway, but best wishes to that family, because I hate when people have to go through that. It stinks.
But it's a recoverable injury.
Right.
It's not, it's fixable. When people tell you have something wrong with you and it's something that can't be fixed, that's a big problem.
Mm-hmm.
Something that can be fixed, get it fixed and move on.
All right. Anything else?
No, nothing I can think of. The Jags things are just what they are, and we'll wait on Trevor, and we've gotten Doc's updates on that. We get closer to that date that he can have him out on the field. It'll maybe worth revisiting. I think that's April 2nd.
I saw him at the press conference. Still got the sling on and all that.
Because the whole thing with that is it's non-throwing shoulder. This should not be causing anybody much.
Yeah, I wouldn't put.
This is not doing much even to this normal off-season plan. So.
Nope.
So far, so good on that one.
Yeah.
All right, Doc. Appreciate you as always.
JacksonSportsDoc.com.
We'll be back with more next. Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
FSU through and through. Rick Ballou hosts Into the Night, evenings on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Mia here. You want to know what I'm so over? Resolutions. You want to know what I am into? The revolution hitting the road in a new Toyota from Arlington Toyota. So what do you say? Join the Arlington Toyota revolution and save big with financing as low as 0% on select new models. Or get up to $8,500 off select new Toyotas. Plus, every new purchase from Arlington comes with their lifetime warranty and 60-day exchange. 10939 Atlantic Boulevard or at arlingtontoyota.com.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
This is Burton Cummings, the voice of a generation. Burton Cummings, 60th Anniversary Hits Tour. February 5th at Florida Theater. With special guest, Jim Messina. Burton Cummings and his band. 60th Anniversary Hits Tour. Tickets on sale now at floridatheater.com.
Hey, I can hear from my friends at Beaches Dermatology. You know those guys have been around a long time. Doctors Boudreaux and Doctors Metz, Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery, take great care of you and take care of your skin. And always, and shout out to the staff over at Solana Road, do a terrific job out there. Always appreciate them. Listen, there's a lot of Beaches Dermatologists to serve you, but here's the thing. They don't want to. They want to remind you, take care of that skin, man. If you're out in that sunshine, that beautiful Florida sunshine, even in the wintertime, man, get a hat on. Protect those ears. Long sleeve dry fits, man. Protect your skin. Sunscreen if need be. And then, if something does show up on your skin, don't wait. Get it checked out. Head on over online to beachesdermatology.com to make an appointment. Real simple to do. Find the location that's closest to you. beachesdermatology.com.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
AA Automotive helps keep your vehicle in dependable and safe condition. Call Sam, Harry, or Joe, and they'll check your brakes, tires, fluids, electric, and motor, so your ride runs smooth on the road. That's AA Automotive on Richard Street.
David Garrard here. Playing in the NFL can put a lot of wear and tear on your body, especially your knees. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has kept me mobile and ready to tackle every day.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Hey, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, you have children, of course you want to take care of your family. Listen up. I'm going to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. Matt's the attorney. I'm not, but we both want to know, have you done your will? Something you have to do. Get it out of the way. There's a lot of reasons why you need to do it. I don't put it off. Don't put it off. All right, Matt Hinson's your guy. You got to get your assets to the people that you choose, okay? It also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes. And that's why you call Matt Hinson. He'll listen. He'll help you with the decisions you need to make. He'll provide you info so you're at ease with your choices. It's the Hinson Law Firm. If you got questions, reach out to Maddie, 527-1700, 904-527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood. Underwood has completed 75 years in business, and now you are starting your next 75 years. If you were going to simplify things, what is the single most important thing in Underwood's history, and what will be the most important thing in your future?
Frank, that's simple. Our honesty and integrity. You know, our founder, H.F. Underwood's favorite saying was, know the truth and tell the truth. That's why we're the longest-standing member of the American Gem Society in Florida. Because we know you have to have the knowledge about gemstones before you can tell the truth about them. That's why we continue to educate our staff through the Gemological Institute of America and the American Gem Society. In fact, today, Underwood's has the largest American Gem Society credentialed staff of professionals east of the Mississippi River. So come by and see why we're looking forward to the next 75 years and let one of our experts assist you.
That's at Underwood's, serving excellence since 1928. In San Marco, Avondale, the Shops of Ponte Vedra, Underwood Jewelers.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Prize Picks. The Jaguars are providing an opportunity for fans to hear from Coach Liam Coen this evening from 6 to 8 at Everbank Stadium. Admission is free, but fans must register in advance for tickets at jaguar.com/Coach Cohen. Our in-state pro teams in the NBA, the Miami Heat lost to the Cleveland Cavaliers at home. The Orlando Magic will tip off against the Portland Trailblazers tonight, with the game starting at 9:30 p.m. on 1010 XL AM. In the NHL, the Florida Panthers defeated the LA Kings on their home ice. The LA Kings will stay in-state to play the Tampa Bay Lightning this evening. Kyle Kennard officially resigned as the head coach of the high school football team at Clay. During his time as head coach, Kennard achieved a 26-25 record and led the team to one Florida High School Athletic Association playoff appearance. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
10XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back. There are the haves and the have-nots in the NFL. Right now, the Jags are a have-not. You got to get back to being a have. To get back to being a have, you got to get to the postseason. 14 teams get to the postseason. I'm here to suggest to you that maybe the team with the most questions that's a postseason team might be the LA Rams. First and foremost, what of Matthew Stafford? Is he going to play? Is he going to play in L.A.?
I don't think he'll play in L.A., but I think he's going to play.
You don't think he's going to be with the Rams next year?
I don't think so.
Why?
What's that number? What is that talking about?
I know.
It's all about the money, man.
I know. He wants to play.
Yes, he does. And I think he still can.
Yeah. But how do you handle that if you're the Rams? What do you do? 16 NFL seasons. There are a lot of teams love to have Matthew. If you feel like you're close.
Yeah. The Jets.
I mean, again, Aaron Rodgers proves that sometimes they fall off the cliff. Aaron Rodgers ended up okay. He wasn't great, and he missed a year. And so the whole New York Jets thing right now at this point is a fiasco. But Matthew Stafford went from Detroit to L.A. and won a Super Bowl.
Yep. I need to take everyone back like a couple of years ago where Matthew Stafford got hurt and the Rams went friggin' 4-12.
Oh, yeah.
The Rams ought to be putting the full court pressure on and begging Matthew Stafford to play another couple of years.
That's what we're talking about. Do they need to? And what's the cost? He's going to be 37. He's not an athlete,
but he's the same guy that he's been.
But his arm looks great.
He's the same guy. He's no different than the Matthew Stafford they traded for. They're the exact same skill set.
He wants to play. He's not like year-to-year guy. He says, I hope I play 3 or 4 more years. So if you're the Rams,
is that what he's saying now? Because at first he was like he was going to decide, right? He was going to step back and decide. I mean, there was definitely.
I definitely appreciate my opportunities. He said this in August, so I definitely appreciate my opportunities and appreciate this game. It's given me a ton. I hope I got 3 or 4 left in me.
Well, there you go. That's in August, though.
But that's in August.
No, he said after the season
he's going to take some time.
He's going to take stock and take some time. And
yeah.
Matthew Stafford had more passing yards than Josh Allen, C.J. Stroud, Jaden Daniels.
Oh, yeah.
Jordan Love, Jalen Hurts. You know,
he reworked his contract last summer to make it a 1-year, $40 million deal. All right. He said after the season he feels like he can still play at a high level, but the possibility of retirement looms large. He does owe the Rams a quick decision.
Yes. That's fair. You don't because it's such an important. Like if you're a guard, we'll wait.
Take your time. We'll wait on you.
Yeah.
But you're quarterback. We gotta have a plan. We need to know. I'm not trying to push you along, but you do.
He is about to be 37, I guess.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because they can't all go Brady Rodgers and play in their 40s. But I'm just saying, and I don't want to say he maybe not as productive. When did the Rams? Yeah, his Super Bowl year, he came in and they threw it around. And he threw 41 touchdowns, but since then he's been 10-8. They he was lost for the year and they lost all year, and then he went 24-11 last year, 20-8 this year.
20-8.
Yeah, 20-8, passer rating 93. That's what he is. His career rating is 91.2.
Yeah.
He has never been a superstar. I mean, he has never, ever, ever
threw it a ton.
Yeah, but he's never. Yeah, right. But he's just now listen, Matthew Stafford's been playing how many? 16 years? How many seasons does he have?
16 years. Yeah.
How many years does he have a passer rating over 100?
I don't know.
2.
Okay.
Now he's very consistent. His lowest is 79.8, but he's had passer rating. Matthew Stafford is the long version hope of like a guy like Trevor Lawrence when you're a number 1 pick, and you don't have a ton of success or wins or for whatever reason for a lot of years.
They do have Jimmy Garoppolo.
Those kind of numbers. Yeah, and Garoppolo actually, when he had to step in and play for Stafford, like that last game, he played pretty well.
I do have your favorite, Stetson Bennett, still on that roster out there.
Well, yeah, that ain't gonna work.
You could wait and see if Aaron Rodgers gets cut.
I can't do that if I'm the Rams.
Kirk Cousins
I don't
going to
want
get cut.
Yeah, I don't want him either.
Derek Carr probably going to get cut.
I'd rather have Garoppolo than all those guys. What's the downside?
He gets hurt. He always gets hurt.
Well, so do those other guys now at this stage. Man, you're gonna the one thing those guys all have in common. You're giving me late 30s guys.
This is a great challenge for Les Snead, who I think is one of the best GMs in the game. And
Derek Carr and Jimmy Garoppolo, these two names you're throwing around as viable options. Same draft as our man, the Boat, who's been gone for 5 years.
The Boat, shout out.
Oh, God. All right, so anyway, I'm sorry. Les Snead.
Well, I think this is where you're going to have to get really creative, dig deep, figure out a way who's available, who's not available. Where can I poach me a quarterback? I studied all these guys. This is the guy I want. There's a lot of, Justin Fields, Russell Wilson.
Jake Browning. Is that the guy? Yeah, Jake Browning, the guy who.
And we never heard from him again.
That's what I'm saying. He re-signed with Cincinnati. Somebody ought to take a look at that, I would think.
It's just interesting. And then the other thing is, what if Matthew Stafford says, yeah, I want to come back, and they can't agree on a deal?
Yeah.
Then you trade him.
Well, this is where Matthew Stafford, this is probably part of the reason you want to take some time, and it's why you have an agent. Somebody's got to be honest here, kid. What are you going to get if somebody else offers you? Ain't nobody giving Matthew Stafford $40 million to play quarterback. There's nobody with a need. There's nobody that he would.
You don't think so? For a year or two? I think there. I think if I'm the Rams right now, I'll give you $280. Let's go.
Well, okay then. If that's different, if you're talking about staying there, I don't know who's going to be. If the Rams are willing, I would not give him 40.
Dude, that's where he has to make this. How bad do you want to play? How bad do you want to play?
Because I'll tell you somebody who might give him 40, he'd be a really good fit at this place, would be Pittsburgh.
How many $50 million quarterbacks are there?
I don't know, 6?
9.
Yeah, see, and again, all this crying poor over Trevor's deal is going to look really silly in about a year when there's 20 guys making 55.
Dak Prescott, 60. Joe Burrow, 55. Jordan Love, 55. Trevor Lawrence, 55. Tua, 53. Jared Goff, 53. Justin Herbert, 52.5. Lamar, 52.5. Jalen Hurts, 51.
Yeah.
Poor Kyler Murray, only 46.1.
And he would kind of got up there ahead.
Deshaun still rolling at 46.
You go, Deshaun.
Cousins, 45. Mahomes, 45.
Yeah, he gets so much everywhere else.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 quarterbacks make more than Patrick Mahomes.
I think there's something I read. I don't want to throw it out there. There's something about Mahomes' deal that doesn't match that. That he is the highest paid. I don't remember what it is. If it's how it's paid or deferred.
Josh Allen, 43.
He got like 450 over 10.
Yeah.
That's what he got.
Well, that's great. And at the time, it was 15 more than anyone was making.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair. If you set the standard, you can't come back in 3 years, even if you're the best because others are making more, say, now pay me that. That ain't right.
Here's where the line of demarcation is. Ready process is kind of funny.
Does it match the talent? Should it be here? Sometimes quarterbacks just give them dumb good deals.
Sometimes you're under a first-year
Sometimes
deal.
the coach is dumb. The quarterback's dumb, and he goes too cheap.
A lot of these guys that I mentioned shouldn't be making what they're making.
Well, I guess it depends on how you're going to slot it.
With all due respect, Dak Prescott should not be the number 1 paid quarterback in the NFL. Joe Burrow, yes. Jordan Love, no. Trevor, no. Tua, no. Jared Goff, I'd say yes. Justin Herbert, Lamar should be making more. Jalen Hurts, he's fine. Kyler Murray, Deshaun Watson, hell no. Kirk Cousins, hell no. Mahomes should be making more. Josh Allen should be making more. Matt Stafford, $40 million. Aaron Rodgers, 37.5. Derek Carr, 37.5. Baker Mayfield, 33. Geno Smith, 25. And then the Chew, 12.5. Poor Chew, only 12.5 pros.
Well, he's never been like the starter.
How do you pay bills?
Never. You got to be you got to be the starter to get that 20 at least.
Now you got guys like Sam Darnold, great investment, $10 million for 14 wins. Woo.
Well, yeah, that got lucky though.
Caleb Williams 9.8, Bryce Young 9.4, Jaden Daniels 9.4, Drake May 9.1, CJ $9 million, Zach Wilson $8.7 million. Yeah, that's about to end. AR 8.4. Golly, man. Mac Jones 3.9. Poor guy. How do they do it, E? How do they get through?
SI within the hour is reporting that he wants to play this season with the Rams, plans to return. But again, what is the money?
Yeah, so he's got to work out a deal. My question is, what if they can't work out a deal?
I think they can.
I don't think the Rams.
I think the Rams. They're not going to not walk out a deal.
I think it's real simple.
Yeah.
There's nobody better out there. We're keeping Matthew Stafford. We can win a Super Bowl again.
Correct.
We got 2 years. Let's do a 2-year deal.
100%. And they will.
Yeah.
They won't not be able to reach a deal.
Yeah.
And this is all about Stafford saying he wants to play.
Yeah.
And and he was unclear about that. That's why McVay came out and said, hey, man, I'd like no sooner rather than later. And that's where we stand. There is no reason for the Rams to be changing quarterbacks.
But I started this with the whole haves and have-nots, and we're a have-not right now. The haves are the ones who made the playoffs this year. Now, that changes year to year. That's the great thing. Detroit has a lot of questions just in their coaching staff, obviously. They got to replace 2 guys, 2 big-time guys. This is where this is on the head coach. Dan Campbell needs to find the right guys to fit and continue what he's built there and keep it rolling. Because you got a lot of toys to play with on offense.
Oh, yeah. You want somebody that's relatively in line. That's why, it screams somebody in-house who can keep the playbook intact.
Now, you want to talk?
Can keep the mentality. I'm curious, like Brunell with a full-court press. I'm not going to be someone's agent or know what their career goals are. But it seems like that would be the smartest play for Detroit.
Oh, to be the OC.
Yeah, to put Mark in that spot. And
I don't know if he wants
I do too. And so I'm not saying that they're not that they're and if he does or doesn't indicate anything more than what his own aspirations are. But what would seem to make the most sense to me for Detroit would be to put him in that spot.
Yeah. If you want the continuity.
Right.
The Vikings also are another playoff team that has a lot of questions. This is a great test. Kevin O'Connell's done a great job there. Great job. But which way are we going to go? Are we going to keep Sammy Darnold, or are we going to go with J.J. McCarthy? That's a tough decision.
I'd like
to be.
You know what I've learned though now. If I'm Minnesota Vikings front office, and what I've learned myself, if I'm Kevin O'Connell, I'm 100% going back to Plan A and putting J.J. McCarthy in as my starting quarterback.
100%.
And I'm million.
Why?
Did you watch the last 2 weeks of the year?
Well, they won 14 games.
Did you watch? I don't care. Did you watch the last 2 weeks of the year? The only time it mattered. Awful.
Okay.
Awful. There's a ceiling there, and he shattered it, and he ain't going any higher. And the Vikings, we saw him here, Dan. He's no good. They're no good.
I can't agree with that.
Well, then
they're good.
So should Darnold make
the Vikings are no good?
Should Darnold make $55 million?
No.
You just gave me a whole rundown based on what they've done last year or the year before. So Darnold is.
But Darnold could make $30 million.
Sure.
$35 million.
If you're asking me what I would do with the Vikings if I was the Vikings, I drafted a guy number 11 overall last year.
Yeah.
He was in line to be my starter.
Yeah.
I'm happy with what I see so far. He got injured. Thank God we had a cheap replacement who took us to checks and notes. Nothing this year.
You know what's interesting with J.J. McCarthy? Remember when he was playing, because he got hurt early, right? Remember how we got such different reports from different people up there about how he was doing? J.J. McCarthy made this unbelievable. J.J. McCarthy looks terrible. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's a lot of that polarizing. Right.
Until you see for your own eyes, you don't know what he was doing.
Listen, this is coming from me, not a J.J. McCarthy believer. But the Vikings are, and I am right hand up, going to freely suggest that Kevin O'Connell has forgotten more about quarterbacks and offenses than I know.
I got that.
And so if they scout, I don't know about you, but my respect for O'Connell shot him up into like the top 5 for me. What guy did with this team, with that quarterback, who other coaches haven't been able to get anything out of, is amazing to me. So the fact that O'Connell, I'm sure, handpicked McCarthy, went through, found one he liked, and worked with him, I will trust that Minnesota wins 11 games with J.J. McCarthy.
I don't know how this works, but I have the 4 lowest paid NFL quarterbacks from this year, AAV.
Are they starters, though?
No.
Okay.
These are 4 guys. You know them all.
Like Nate Sudfeld.
And I want you to guess, you and E, give me a couple names here of backup quarterbacks who are I'll give you the number they made this year, 225. That probably means they were on the practice squads or whatever. 225. 4 of them made 225.
Backup quarterbacks?
Backup quarterbacks, maybe.
That sounds like practice squad. I mean,
one of them,
practice squad makes 225. These guys weren't with their teams for the whole year.
Right.
You can't make 225 in the league. It's below minimum wage.
I would say I'll give you a couple names of guys who made more than them.
So these are guys that just came for a week or two to fill. We had one. Who did we do?
Our boy Austin Reed with the Bears made 840.
Good for him.
Emory Jones made 840. Carter Bradley, 1.75 million AAV.
You go, boy.
For who?
The Raiders. Shout out Carter. All right, I need the 4 lowest paid quarterbacks. One of them played a whole game here.
Against us?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it may have been in the preseason.
Okay, never mind.
That's not you
don't remember who we played in the preseason.
Yeah, we played Kansas City.
Ah, very good.
Who was their
who was their quarterback?
Is Gabbard their backup still? I think Gabbard's their
This
backup.
guy played the whole game against us, I'm pretty sure.
For Kansas City.
Yeah.
Was it it wasn't the Harbaugh guy?
No. Chris Alodikun. Do you remember?
I never got
You don't
that.
remember that?
No.
All right. That's the only reason why you would know him. The other 3 you know as college quarterbacks. Georgia, Notre Dame, and Notre Dame.
Jeez. Hey, Notre Dame. All right. So
Georgia.
Was Sam Hartman even in the league?
Sam Hartman was with the Commanders.
Okay.
225.
All right. Other Notre Dame quarterback.
Who did he replace?
Who did Hartman replace?
What do you want to do when you're going to go to the library? What do you get?
Oh, yeah, Ian Book. He's still in the league.
Eagles, 225. And then with the Detroit Lions, the Georgia boy, Jake Fromm, 225.
Oh, Jake Fromm still in the league.
Yeah.
Although, again, you're not in the league. They're probably out of the league right now.
They probably are.
Again, if you made 225, that means they paid you $55 a week on the practice squad for 8 weeks or whatever it is. I mean, there's just, yeah. I mean, the minimum in the NFL is $1 million now, isn't it?
Those are total value contracts, by the way. Total value of what they're making. But yeah, their AAV was also the same.
Well, because it's a 1 year.
Yeah,
you're a 1 year chart. So
yes.
But each of those numbers the same. I saw something today at the.
What'd you see? I saw something
at the gas station.
Okay.
That I was born and raised to think that this was a no-no.
Okay.
So maybe I'm wrong all this time because I promise you that in certain weather situations,
smoking at the gas station.
In certain weather situations, and other times, I would like to. I'd like to change my ways from all these years. But I was always said that you can't gas your car while the engine's running. Did y'all ever hear that?
Yeah, I've heard that all the time.
Do you do it though? Do y'all gas with your engine running or not running?
But I have.
Yeah, exactly. I've
you
done
have
it before.
Yes.
But it's not constant.
So if it's cold or rainy or something, I can just leave my car running. Or if you got someone in the car and you want to leave the AC on, no problem. I can just leave my engine running all this time.
Yeah.
Why did I think all this time that you couldn't run, that you could not put gas up while the engine's running?
I was the same way. It was weird with that because I never used to do it. And then, I've done it 2 or 3 times. And on the third time when I did it, something happened to my car and I never did it again.
What do you mean happened?
It broke down or something.
But it could have been coincidence, but you weren't taking any chances.
It was coincidence, but I ain't doing that no more.
Yeah, so I thought that was odd. I got one more thing to share. This came on my ride home yesterday. It's 2025.
Mm-hmm.
There's a car in front of me about 4 cars up to the right.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just cruising along, 45 miles an hour, and then... like a John Facenda voiced NFL film. There it went fluttering through the air like a punt.
The car?
No, the dude just throws out a big cup or a bottle or whatever. Who does that? Who litters?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's 2025.
Yeah.
Who drives down the road in the middle of the day and just throws their garbage out the window into the grass? Who raised these people?
His name got to be Bubba or something. Who does that?
Listen, friend, if you are tempted this morning to litter, check yourself. Keep your garbage in your rolling dumpster. until you get to your fast food destination or the mall parking lot or wherever you people hang out. But stop littering. It's 2025. Just flying. It's like a, like a decoy. Woo, just fly. Splash. It hits the ground. My man.
This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Let's take a look inside 1010XL.
Who wants the grand tour? That would be terrific. That would be great.
We have The Drill in the morning.
Very amusing.
Jaguars today from 10 to noon.
Good.
Helmets and heels until 2.
Yes.
XL Prime Time and the Franchi Show afternoons.
This is great.
Then Baloo and Hacker take you into the night.
All in one location.
1010XL.
And so there remains one game left on the schedule, the big game. The big game. And Prize Picks wants you to play along. Oh, they want you to play along. You can play along lots of times. You got to play along. This is the one, right? This is the fun day, right? And they got all kinds of free squares, all kinds of deals. You got to check them out at Prize Picks. Prize Picks, by the way, the best place to win while watching the big game. 10 million members, can't be wrong. Billions of dollars awarded in winnings. Prize Picks makes daily fantasy sports accessible to all. App is so simple to use. Just pick 2 or more players across any sport. In the big game, you'll be picking Patrick Mahomes. You'll be picking Kareem Hunt. You'll be picking Jalen Hurts, right? Here's what you got to do. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code JAX. You get $50 instantly when you play 5. That's code JAX on Prize Picks to get $50 when you play 5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, man. Run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Why buy from Hodges Mazda at the Avenues? Because they strive to ensure a satisfying and comfortable car buying experience. And now they're giving back. Lauren Brooks here. Hodges Mazda wants to say thank you to all educators, first responders, and healthcare providers by offering a complimentary oil change and car wash. Simply call them today or schedule online at HodgesMazda.com. This is part of the Hodges Mazda difference. Come experience for yourself. HodgesMazda.com. Free oil change not to exceed $79.99. Excludes diesel vehicles. Expires January 31st, 2025. See dealer for complete details.
Jacksonville, get ready to spice up your night at One Night Taco Stand. Every Taco Tuesday, enjoy their mouth-watering tacos for just $2.99 and get your weekend started with 2-for-1 house margaritas. Find fresh Mexican street food, stiff drinks, and fun vibes at One Night Taco Stand with 3 Jacksonville locations in Mandarin, Orange Park, and Southside at Bay Meadows.
You waited forever for your new fence. Then strangers show up. Subcontractors rushing the job. Sent by the company you trusted. Frustrating, right? Superior Fence and Rail promises better. Their professionally trained builders deliver quality you can trust. No subcontractors, no shortcuts. Just the superior craftsmanship your home deserves.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, superiorfenceandrail.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
One of the best things about being on the First Coast is standing at the center of the golf world.
Yes, it is.
Brunch with a tour.
Tour news, tips, and inside info. Brought to you by
Clearwater Irrigation. 8:30 Tuesday morning on 1010XL.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer. Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Do you have clicking, popping, swelling, or pain in your knee or shoulder? This can be due to arthritic changes in your joints. Over time, you have wear and tear of your cartilage. I am Dr. George Bari, and here at Bari Orthopedics, we have numerous ways to treat your arthritis, such as regenerative medicine, including PRP and joint replacements with CT guidance for accuracy down to the millimeter. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms, call us for an appointment today or log on to bariorthopedics.com.
Find out more at bariorthopedics.com. That's BAHRI orthopedics.com.
The Jacksonville Icemen are back at home this Friday night as they battle the Savannah Ghost Pirates in a big South Division clash in downtown Jacks. Friday is Retro Night as we rewinded back to the 1990s with theme music, promotions, and videos. So wear your 90s attire. Game time is set for 7 at Five-Star Veterans Memorial Arena. Tickets available on Ticketmaster or by calling 904-602-HUCK. Iceman Hockey is hashtag Frozen Frenzy.
Hey, are you ready to welcome our new head coach, Liam Coen, to the bank? Join us this Thursday at 6 p.m. at the Gallagher Club West and be among the first to hear directly from Coach Cohen. Enjoy a live panel with Coach Cohen, appearances from Jaguars legend Tony Vaselli, The Roar, Jackson DeVille, and the D-Line. Tickets are free, but space is limited. Secure your tickets by going to jaguars.com/Coach Cohen today.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I like reading player descriptions from the Senior Bowl. And because then I want to see what the fans are saying. Because the fans will come out and correct them real quick. All these quote experts, all these scouts. These are media guys who, like me, the road scout.
Some have been scouts. I think Matt Miller may have come through scouting at some point, or younger in his career.
Yes, but here's the one that I immediately thought of. I said, "Oh, I can't wait to read what this group of fans say about this guy."
Okay.
Arian Smith has been reportedly blowing scouts away with his abilities at the Senior Bowl. No surprise at all. Smith is a matchup nightmare for DBs, and his speed has caused many problems. Also true. One of the concerns surrounding Smith pre-draft was his ability to catch. That's the other part of being a receiver.
Yeah.
Arian Smith drove Georgia fan nuts.
Crazy. Yeah, he missed
Smith
in the playoff game.
Oh, they'd come back to Arian Smith is the reason why we're not national champions.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the last guy I'm
Arian
drafting.
Smith, the receivers, and what we can blame Beck so much, but I mean, good gracious, man,
you can find a million flaws with receivers,
and just watching him here in the highlights, he still catches with his body.
Yeah, that's what happened in that playoff game. Just clanked off of him.
But man, oh man, this guy is tantalizing.
No,
he's tantalizing.
He ain't tantalizing to me. I'm just a million miles away from that guy. The number
you telling me if you had a 4th-round pick, you would not take Arian Smith?
I'm not taking a receiver that can't catch, ever. I don't care if he runs a 3.8.
I'd put him out on that jugs gun for an hour and a half every day.
Yeah, you don't think
catch 1,000 balls?
You don't think Kirby did that?
No, I don't think he did it enough.
Yeah, I think
they
the guy
only get
can't
20
catch.
hours a week.
I think I might draft him and make him a corner. Sounds like he should be playing corner.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Rodeo Ron said paging Alvis Whitted.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
This guy is just a athlete, though. Anyway,
I know, I get it. I'm not denying. But because again, I'm going to actually say something hyperbolic and mean it.
Yeah.
Of all the assets, of all the players, and all the positions you can draft, taking a receiver that can't catch,
here's what they say,
is the worst thing that you can do. That dude can't catch.
That's fair. Watch the film, Dude Can't Catch. Until they realize he can't catch or remember plays. McCole Hardman 2.0.
Well,
they said Quentin Johnson had butterfingers while at TCU. Telesco went ahead and drafted him above Addison and Flowers. Let me tell you something. As a Chargers fan, when someone says a dude can't catch, believe him.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Did Mike Williams have some of that coming out of Clemson? There was another guy. I don't want to put it on someone that it's not.
Yeah.
But there are guys who come in that they have the drops.
Yeah. But anyway, I get a kick out of those because the boys like to get after it. So
Yeah. We already got, So, no, I wouldn't in that case take the fourth rounder. But I will say this, Hick, you hit on a point I was going to make. There's just, with the Senior Bowl going on, and there's just the scouting we're going to have, and the combine, and ultimately the draft now, like 2 or 3 months away.
Mm-hmm.
If there is one thing that identifies why we are in a big bucket of suck around here and have been for so long.
That bucket is big.
It's a big suck bucket, and we are just right in there with just as you might have picture it. The biggest reason, Dan, if I could put it on it, the biggest reason of them all is the absolute disaster, the absolute incompetence, the absolute non-addition of any significance in rounds 3 to 5, where the rest of the NFL is getting rich. They're drafting running backs and tight ends and receivers, and they're drafting guards. They're drafting defensive tackles. The rest of the league is getting fat on the rounds 3 to 5. We can't add a player in rounds 3 to 5 who is worth the paper we wrote his name on.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, we draft
Javon Foster, Jordan Jefferson, DeAndre Price.
That's just last year's. Keep going. I mean, keep going, Dan.
Bigsby, Miller, Lacey, Yasir Abdullah, Antonio Johnson.
Keep going. You ain't going to find one that you want.
Chad Muma, Snoop Connor.
Keep going. That's 3 straight years, 3 to 5. Not one player worth a flip. Keep going.
Cisco Tufeli, Jordan Smith, Luke Farrell.
Swipe. Keep going.
Devon Hamilton.
Swipe. He's terrible. What does he do?
Ben Barch, Josiah Scott, Shaq Quarterman, Danny Thomas, Colin Johnson.
That's 5, 6, 7 years. We can't get one contributing player. Cisco.
Quincy Williams.
In rounds 3 to 5. Yeah, and we got rid of him. Think about that. Now, I don't want you to look at the Pro Bowl rosters right now and see all of the 3rd and 4th and 5th round picks that are at the game. Now, granted, the game's changed. I mean, this... We lose our mind with anticipation and focus on the top pick or the top 5 or your team's first round pick. Look at the Chiefs. I remember when Travis Kelce was the 3rd pick overall. Wait, no, he wasn't. He wasn't that at all, was he? What was he, 3rd rounder, Travis Kelce?
Something like that, yeah.
Right. Look at the teams in the Super Bowl outside of the quarterbacks that have to go around. Just look at the talent in the league. It comes in rounds 3, 4, 5. 2 as well. Listen, compared to 3, 4, and 5, our second round's Hall of Fame. I mean, at least they're guys that you could argue should still be starter. But rounds 3, 4, and 5, where great players are coming every year. I mean, there are literally dozens of players in the last 2 years that have come rounds 3, 4, and 5 that would start for us. So we have got to get better there with Cohen and the new GM and the and the stability and the symmetry, all these things that he's looking for. If you can change that, then we will completely change the franchise. We have not gotten and by the way, that's 5, 6 years to let it happen. The best player we've gotten in round 3, 4, and 5 in the last 7 years is Andre Cisco. Think about that, Hick.
It's like, the Chiefs. The Chiefs aren't a great drafting team. Obviously, they have Mahomes and Reed. But it's like whenever they do something, they seem to do it well. Like bringing back Kareem Hunt this year. He's been terrific for him. You know?
He and I talked about this in the 6 o'clock hour earlier this week. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
He's kind of taken over as the workhorse. When you get to 3rd and 4th quarter, it's him that's getting the carries.
He's been terrific, man. And so they find those kind of guys. I mean, Sky Moore, big deal. Mecole Hardman, no. I mean, they've missed on a lot of dudes, bro. Rashee Rice has got all kinds of problems, right? So, so they have their misses, but they supplement, and they have this advantage of having Mahomes. There was a. Did you guys watch the movie Air? With Damon and Affleck about Michael Jordan.
No, I ain't see it.
You should watch it. You'd love it. But there's a scene in there where Matt Damon, who is, I forget the role he plays, but he's one of the Nike guys, has the Jordan family in there. And this, I thought somebody put this out, and I thought it's so applied to Mahomes in a way, or others. When you're young, and you're an athlete, they build you up.
Okay.
Oh, they build you up.
Mm-hmm.
And they build you up to expectations that are damn near impossible. And at some point, the switch flips, and then they start to tear you down. And they tear, and they pick, and I kind of feel like we're doing that with Mahomes a little bit. Like we're trying to find he's not. I mean, I'm guilty of it. If Josh Allen were on that, but however it works, and fit is such an important part of it, but sometimes they're so good, they can't tear you down. They want to tear down Patrick, but there's
nothing to get.
You can't get him.
Yeah, there's nothing to grab there.
Aren't they like 23-1 in their last 24 games?
Believable.
Right? They lost one game this year. And they won all the games in the playoffs I think they're like 23-1 in their last 24 games. I mean, you can only dream of having a run like that around these parts. I mean, we had a mini run here, end of 22, beginning of 23, where we had like one of the best records in the NFL at like 15-6.
Yeah, it's actually, I think, a little bit better than that.
Yeah. 23-1 for the Chiefs.
We were 13-3 through 6, I think. Through 16. Yeah.
Pretty good stuff.
Well, because we had won all those games at the end. Yeah. And we were like 13-4 in our last 17 because we had won 5 out of 6 at the end of the season, and then we won 8 of 11. So, 13-4, we went in that 17-game stretch from the middle of 22 into the middle of 23.
Yeah.
When they were relatively healthy and the offense was moving, and Etienne, remember, there was a burst. You forget that Etienne was a 1,000-yard back, was a top 5 fantasy back, which doesn't win you Super Bowls, but it does indicate production. If you're a top 5 fantasy running back, you are producing because you don't get there if you're not. And he was 2 years in a row. But now that changes quick. Rashad White was a top 5 fantasy back 2 years ago, and he don't have a job no more. I think the running game has to be really bolstered, and they're going to have to make a tough decision if Bigsby and Etienne are good enough.
Yeah.
I don't know if they are.
And when we lost those games, a bunch of those losses were the Chiefs, if I remember correctly.
2, 3, maybe even.
Right?
Certainly 2 of them.
Yeah, Chiefs beat us. But, yeah, pretty incredible stuff what they're doing over there. Yeah, Sonny Vaccaro, thank you, Guggen. It was a great movie, Air, if you watched it.
That was very good. It's a couple of years old now.
We got to grab a break. We're rocking and rolling here on the drill.
Okay.
Time flies when you're having fun. We're on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam.
Hey, imagine having a doctor available to you any day, anytime. That's my doctor, Rick Towns. I'll tell you why. I've been going to Doc T for a long time, right? But he said, Dan, I'm going into concierge medicine. I said, what's concierge medicine? He said, all right, let's say you're not feeling well. You call me up or you call Michelle in the office and you say, hey, I don't feel well. We'll get you in that day, right? Sometimes with regular doctors, you can't wait. You got to wait like a week and a half, right? Medical emergency, here's Doc T's personal phone number. He gets right back to you 7 days a week, 24/7. It's kind of like being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost will surprise you, by the way. And as far as doctors, Townsend's the best, right? I mean, I've been using him forever. Navy trained, graduated from Wake Forest. Whether it's yearly physicals, office or virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, hospital follow-ups, Doc T's got you covered. All your answers are at mypvconcierge.com. mypvconcierge.com. Go there and learn if it's something that you want to do. Check them out, mypvconcierge.com.
The Electric Light Orchestra Experience featuring Evil Woman, the American ELO. A concert celebration featuring the music of the Electric Light Orchestra. It's February 5th at Jacksonville Center for the Performing Arts. Tickets at fscjartistseries.org.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? You have questions? Call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beachurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beachurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beachurst Plumbing, here to help.
You've got a circle of friends, right? Well, how about a circle of beer? All your favorites like Bud Light, Bud Heavy, Mick Ultra, or Natty Light. It's all there in the cold case at Circle K. Probably one right around the corner right now calling your name. Slide on in to a Circle K.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T here with my book, and our listeners have been killing it, and we're now set for the final stretch of the road to New Orleans. My bookie is the one book that got your back. No fluff, no second guessing, just straight up action. Does your other sports book pay out when you push on a bet? My bookie does. And if you're new to the game and not sure where to start, we've got you covered. Step it up and use our promo code 1010XL, and that'll double your bankroll with a 50% deposit bonus right from jump. Here's a pro tip that'll get you rolling. The big game prop bets are going to be plentiful. So take a hard look at player props and those wacky big game props, and stack that with my bookie risk-free Thursday. So what you waiting for? There's a new risk-free odds boost every Thursday. To find the bet, click the Bet Boost tab and scroll down. If it hits, you win. If it doesn't, forget about it. My bookie refunds you your money back. Sign up now, use my promo code 1010XL, and they'll give you a 50% deposit bonus. It's the best sign-up bonus in Florida for bettors. The road to New Orleans is here for the big game. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
Ready, aim, inspire. At the 7th Annual Mackenzie Noel Wilson Foundation Clay Shoot, Thursday, February 20th at Jack's Clay Target Sports. Hi, I'm Paul Martinez, president of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northeast Florida. We've got you covered. Ammo, carts, clays, delicious food, and amazing prizes. Whether you're a sharpshooter or just in it for fun, this event is for you. Support the important work of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northeast Florida and Mackenzie's Camp Deep Pond. Sign up at bgcnf.org/events.
New year, new beginnings, and a new roof. Start 2025 with peace of mind and take advantage of Universal Roof and Contracting's limited time offer. 15% off all roof repairs and replacements. From leaks to full replacements, call 855-ROOF-HELP or visit universalroof.com to schedule your free roof inspection today. This special New Year deal ends January 31st. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home and building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
Mia here. When it comes to roofing, whether it be shingles, metal, or most repairs, there is one name that has protected your home since 1999. Pro-Jax Roofing. Serving all of Northeast Florida, Mike and his guys have been repairing and replacing roofs for 25 years. Need insurance help? Mike's team can help. Raised in a military family, Mike provides great attention to detail with unparalleled quality and workmanship. They also have warranties, so you can have peace of mind. Call Mike today for a free estimate or online at projaxroofingfl.com.
Is your dog Team Rough or Team Fluff? It's officially Puppy Bowl season at Dogtopia Jacksonville Beach Boulevard. They're getting MVPs, most valuable pups, ready for the big game. Your dog deserves a tail-wagging day of fun, and Dogtopia's indoor playrooms are the perfect training ground for their game day moment. Get your dog in on all the action by visiting Dogtopia Jacksonville Beach Boulevard and St. John's Bluff. New to the pack? Enjoy a free day of daycare. Mention Puppy Bowl when booking to claim the offer.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Rocking and rolling through a Thursday with you. Hope you're having a good time out there. Weather's gotten better. Another guy doing really well at the Senior Bowl, Tez Johnson. They say he's the best receiver in attendance. He's a kid from Oregon who can blaze, but the difference between him and Arian Smith, he can catch. So, and in the one-on-ones, he is just dominating.
I sense all this like shock. Oh, Press Taylor is going to Ben Johnson. That's how the league works. Press Taylor's been in the league a long time. He's got a lot of experience and bring his ideas. And he's a passing game coordinator, quarterback coach. And no, that doesn't mean if Ben Johnson was here to kept Press Taylor. Far from it. There's no way that would have happened.
Captain Lawrence has chimed in. People of Calford.
Okay.
There hath been utter madness over General Cohen's war cry of Duval.
Okay.
Once he sailed as a pirate, but now he stands with Calford. For what matters are results and battles yet to come. In war, a man shall be measured by his deeds, and he shall learn. Captain Lawrence.
Captain Lawrence checking in. Taking over for Captain Luck or whatever that was.
Oh, my God.
There is the sports world is tied up with this terrible tragedy happened last night outside D.C. A passenger plane collides with an Army helicopter. And figure skaters are coaches and family members among 60 passengers on that American jet that collided with I believe, a Black Hawk helicopter. So somebody had texted that they found 4 survivors. They're reporting 4 survivors. Is that
Are
right?
they? I hadn't seen anything like that.
I hadn't either. The airplane collided with a helicopter while attempting to land, prompting a large search and rescue operation in the Potomac River.
Didn't look good. I mean, it was a big, giant fireball in the sky when they collided.
So Thursday morning, it's not believed that there are any survivors. Efforts have shifted to recovery.
Live updates, no survivors.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. So whoever sent that on the text line was incorrect. 27 bodies have been recovered from the airplane, 1 from the helicopter, 2 coaches. So just
horrible. Horrible.
A couple of they won the pairs title at the World Championship, competed twice in the Olympics.
They were on the plane.
Gina Shishkova and Vadim Naumov. I guess they're Russian, but I think they're coaches here in the U.S.
Oh.
just a terrible morning overall. Yeah, and I mean,
just 50 minutes ago, we don't believe there are any survivors.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah,
I'm glad to clear that up. I said yesterday it would be awful awkward to me if you brought me in to interview for the head coaching job, and then some of it could even seem like it was more a responsibility than a genuine second offer. And now you want me to interview to be your defensive coordinator? Man, no way. That's too awkward for me. So I was a little bit surprised that Patrick Graham interviewed with him. Now, at the time, you're like, well, there aren't really that many jobs open. I guess New Orleans will have to hire a defensive coordinator, but he ended up going back to the Raiders yesterday. So coordinator watch is underway. I don't know if we get this same, you know what leave it to me. You know what I'm getting just a little bit annoyed with?
What's that?
This pat on the back for transparency. Just like he keeps saying, the Jags are being transparent, right? And Tony told us the other day it's transparent. They'll be so transparent. We had no idea Tony was in on the quarterback interview. So transparent to a degree.
Oh,
and I say that wondering about the GMs, if that is going to be a transparent process, if it can be. Like when they interview a GM, is it going to go post on Twitter and online like they are with the coordinator candidates? Because that's who we're keeping up with. And they had another offensive coordinator yesterday interview candidate, quarterbacks coach for Washington, and the stable of potential defensive coordinators, I guess, would be at 3 with Graham. Not that those are the finalists, but there are 3.
I suspect that we should have a D coordinator by today.
Yeah, you would think, right? I mean, it shouldn't be super hard. I love Adam Silver's idea in the NBA of 10-minute quarters. I think it's a terrific idea. The games are too long. I don't need 12-minute quarters.
Oh, that would change everything, thow.
Well, what do you mean?
Statistically.
Yeah, statistically for sure. But that's okay. That doesn't matter to me much.
Oh, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't. The games, there are other ways to speed up the games if you want the game sped up. Are we all looking to speed up the games in today's culture? Why are the games too long? Like, explain that to me, Pros. Because you watch more NBA than I do, you and E. So you guys tell me. Like, I watched the Knicks last night, and I was highly entertained, and I enjoyed it.
Well, and to your point, the fair part of this is the games go too long because you sell more and more commercials.
Yeah.
To make money. You go to commercials, the last minute of an NBA game lasts 12 minutes. Well, not because of the players and the refs.
Yeah.
Because you keep going to commercial every time there's a timeout.
Yeah.
The timeouts themselves are 30 seconds, not 3 minutes that they end up becoming.
Right.
Because of your,
there are other ways to speed up the game than go to 10-minute quarters.
I think 48 minutes is just too long to play, Hick.
Okay.
Like 40 minutes works in college. They can score 100 points. I am perfectly fine with just chopping off these extra 8 minutes I don't need. Make every minute count more. I don't know if it'll change it. I don't know if it'll make it any different. Watching the first half of an NBA game is useless if you're watching to see who's going to win. Watching the first half of an NBA game is absolutely useless.
Yes.
So that's 24 minutes of nothingness that you're trying to sell your product with.
Well, again, I
think here's what's going to happen, though. You're going to watch an NBA game, and you're going to look up, and there's going to be 2 minutes to go in the first, and you're going to have a sense of urgency. At least a little bit. This is not a major deal. I watch a lot of NBA. I'd prefer to have 30 minutes less of watch time. I absolutely would. I'd like it to get done. And it's not so much, it's not the speed or the pace. It's just, it just drags, man. And to eliminate those 8 minutes, to your point, I think the drag that really hits you is those final 2 minutes where it takes forever. So I don't know if taking 2 minutes off every quarter is going to help that. It feels like a large percentage of your wasted time in an NBA game comes in the last 2 minutes of the game, doesn't it?
Yes.
Or they review. How about this? Let's stop reviewing everything. I mean, you watch the end of a college.
There you go.
They go to the review every other possession. Yeah. Just make a play. Too bad. And make them challenge it to review it.
Yes. I would like that better.
Or have it be so obvious that, like in the NFL, you just get buzzed. Okay, we need to change that one.
I think there are a lot of other ways without changing the whole makeup of the game. I mean, that's like saying, okay, we're going to play 7 innings in baseball.
I guess that's similar.
You know,
the only thing is that 40 is everybody else is playing 40. College plays 40. International plays 40.
I don't care.
The Olympics play 40.
College has its own problems. I mean, you want to watch a college basketball game, that takes 3 hours plus. I mean, that's beyond ridiculous.
Huh?
That's beyond ridiculous. Your buddy's on the line.
Of the Catlin family? Wow.
Who can you count on?
It's huge. It's just huge right here, I guess. And fire up the hotline.
I
Wiggle out there. Who can you count on?
I think you've upset him.
I haven't. What did I do? I don't upset people.
What's up, boys?
What are you doing, my man? What are you?
Hey, we're you know where I'm going.
Yeah, I sure do.
We're on 95. I got my man Smitty taking your spot, shotgun.
Well, good. Hopefully, better luck than I bring.
Where's he going?
They're going to some golf tournament that I couldn't do this year.
Oh, okay. You got a golf?
Of course, I gave up the spot. I mean, allegedly for like family ties and a brother. Now I learned that's untrue as well. I might just hang up on the hotline.
Oh dear.
Huh? No. I am playing. My partner is the artsy one.
There you go. The artsy one. His partner.
Oh, the artsy one's playing.
So that'll be fun.
I like that. It's good for you guys to have some common ground, some bonding time together. You and your brother.
That's exactly that's right. What y'all talking about today?
Well, we are
the Jags
for sure.
Talking about where's our defensive coordinator. We're talking about the draft. We're talking about if you could have the number 5 pick right now, and here are your choices, Catlin. You can get Mason Graham, Travis Hunter, the receiver from Arizona, McMillan, or Abdul Carter, the edge rusher from Penn State. Who would you take? Those are your 4 choices.
I would go.
And no, Jackson Dart is not available there, so stop it.
No.
But his brother Diesel Dart is available.
Diesel.
Yeah. I would go. If Travis Hunter's there, you got to take him, right?
That's what I
That's
think.
what Jeff says.
Not everyone, though. Some people want the big man.
But the leader in the clubhouse is Travis Hunter, 39.3%. Mason Graham is second. Abdul Carter is third, and the receiver's fourth. So that's where we are.
We need to get second round Trey Harris.
That's what it's. Now we get to we buried the lead.
Is he the receiver?
He's the little receiver for.
He's not little, was he? Isn't that tall? Is he the kid who scored against Florida down the middle of the field?
Yes.
Yeah, he's good.
And he got hurt.
He got hurt.
Yeah.
Y'all hit him in the groin.
Good.
Well, we needed to. I mean, we had to get him out of the game.
Echo the whistle, baby. Echo the whistle.
Let's not talk about that game. That was.
I had so much fun there. Oh, that was a good time.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Y'all have fun up there.
Enjoy.
Not too much.
All right.
There
Hey,
it
I
is.
got a little something for you. Ready?
Yeah. Here it comes.
Fucking horn.
It's a big,
There's the big honking horn.
That's the big honking horn. All right, my man. There he goes. Who can you count on? Home with the big honking horn.
Trey Harrison, 8 games. He was
incredible.
Yeah, 60 catches, 1,000 yards, 17 2 yards a carry. The year before, 18 yards a catch. I mean,
you bet if you want him
6'2", 204.
If you want him, you better get him in the second. That sounds like That sounds like bottom of the first to me. There are so many receivers, though.
Yeah,
but you should.
Yeah.
That's my point. Those are SEC corners he's playing.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds like a guy that should be. It sounds Brian Thomas Jr.
Probably if he wasn't hurt.
Doesn't that sound Brian Thomas Jr.-ish?
Yes.
Right? Similar size.
Except he didn't play as much.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Take a quick time out.
We can do that.
Custom Tree Searches Thursday on The Drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Sports entertainment for the First Coast.
Is this not why you are here?
This is Jack Sports Radio, 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, John, looking for the perfect family ride?
How about taking your family on a luxury ride with the all-new 2024 Cadillac Escalade?
That sounds amazing. If you're a loyal customer, you get $4,000 off. Or if you're new to Randy Marion, you can get a $3,000 Conquest discount.
And don't forget the 5% savings on retired courtesy transportation vehicles.
You can save over $10,000 on select 2024 Escalade.
Experience the luxury and comfort at Randy Marion Cadillac.
Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
Plus tax tag title $899 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
What's happening, folks? ET here. And don't let Valentine's Day sneak up on you now. Plan a perfect romantic getaway in Clay County. Stay at one of Clay's beautiful Airbnbs or in luxury at the Club Continental, a boutique riverfront retreat. And treat your special someone to an unforgettable dinner at the Hilltop Restaurant. Trust me on this one. Clay County is the perfect spot for romance. Start planning today at exploreclay.com and tag those romantic moments with hashtag ExploreClay.
It's a winter wonderland of big wins at Best Bet Jacksonville with our Winter Open Poker Tournament taking place now through February 2nd. Don't miss the action. Join us for your share of the ice-cold cash. With 8 series events and $500,000 in guarantees, the action is on, with satellites taking place daily into the championship main event. Visit bestbetjacks.com for more details, and we'll see you at the Winter Open. That's bestbetjacks.com.
We don't have too many cold nights on the First Coast, but when the temperature drops, you want to hit the heat button and warm up. That's where Florida Home comes in. They're the AC experts in Jacksonville, and the importance of keeping your heating system in good working order is really important. If it stops working when it gets cooler, Florida Home will leap into action and provide you with the best solution. Heater and heat pump repair service and new system installation. They do it all. Just call Florida Home AC at 777-4300, the official heating and AC partner of the Jaguars.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
DUI? BUI? Don't stress. Call me Malcolm Anthony at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW for Malcolm Anthony.
Hey gang, Prosser here, and if it's time for you to sell your home, there is nothing like a guarantee, is there? Well, with Chad and Sandy and chadandsandy.com, you know what the guarantee is? Your home sold guaranteed, or they'll buy it. How simple can it be? Whatever problems you think you have, didn't I just eliminate most of them? Perhaps you're worried about costly repairs, need to sell your home, not with Chad and Sandy. Maybe you're worried you won't sell your home for the price you need. That's what the agreed upon price is all about. Chad and Sandy, check every box. Call them today. Chad and Sandy, the only local real estate experts I trust and recommend. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required costly repairs. Pick your move date. No long-term contracts. Cancel at any time. Jonathan in Mount Pleasant. The only thing standing between me and my dream of traveling in my RV was the sale of my home. I heard Chad and Sandy on the radio and called. Crazy results in just 3 days. Got multiple offers for full asking price. You can too. Call 904-414-6200 or go to chadandsandy.com.
The housing market is as busy as ever on the First Coast. And if you've moved in or moved on, make sure you have a team of trained electricians ready to help. American Electrical can make sure you're up to date electrically and maximize your living experience. Smart home automation services, home theater systems, outdoor and dock lighting, and backup generators. American Electrical can do it all. A team you can trust with highly trained technicians ensuring you have the best living experience. American-Electrical.com, a leader on the First Coast and powered by professionalism.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. Before termites attack your home or business and cause costly damage, Terminix it. Terminix stops termites in my home fast. These destructive pests may have been around for millions of years, but before they show up, so does Terminix. And their time is up. Don't live with a termite problem. I certainly wasn't going to. Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. Terminix.com.
This is Mark Nato. My sons and I have seen the doctors and PAs at Southeast Ortho for everything from lumbar spine stress to elbow tendonitis. Southeast has always been there, been truthful, and always been on point. Everything they say happens. We can't thank them enough for what they've done and the great care that they have taken of our sons.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Southern Oak Insurance. The Jaguars invite fans to hear Coach Liam Coen this evening from 6 to 8 at Everbank Stadium. Admission is free, but advance registration is required at jaguars.com/Coach Cohen. North Florida men's basketball team got a victory over Stetson during the final minutes of overtime on Wednesday evening. North Florida aims to achieve a 500 conference record for the first time this season as they travel across town to compete against JU in the River City Rumble at home on Saturday. The NCAA Tournament Selection Sunday is scheduled for March 16th. Among the teams progressing in the rankings are the Florida Gators men's basketball team, who are positioned at number 5 in the Associated Press poll and number 6 in the USA Today Sports Coaches poll. Florida is also assigned a number 2 seed in various regions according to multiple NCAA tournament bracketologies. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
It's 9 o'clock. It is 54 degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. It's time. Now, it's time for the 9 o'clock nasty on the drill. We're wasting time. Here are Jeff Prosser, Dan Hicken, and E.T.
It's time to get nasty. Frost hates this movie, but he keeps talking about this substance movie.
No. I just trying to tell, and the people are texting about it. I'm trying to tell you why it's not worth to watch. Just, it's not what you expect. If you want to watch, just do a deeper dive. The trailer does not begin to show you what you're actually going to see. That's all.
I just saw a celebrity that's turning a certain age that stunned me, and now that I think about it,
celebrity watching,
I feel old. Tom Selleck, 80.
It's so funny. I got shocked into.
Tom Selleck is 80 years old. Magnum.
He looks good.
Damn.
Looks good for 80. I was watching television this morning before I left, and a commercial came on, and Eric Estrada was there, trying to sell me on something, and I thought to myself, "Damn, how old must Eric Estrada be?"
Did you look it up?
I did look it up.
How old is he? 75?
70. Yeah, only 76.
Yeah.
I would have, to me, he was on TV 50 years ago, but I guess he was. He was just 26, 27 years old when he was Ponch.
Shout out to Dawn Lopez over at Action News. Her last day today.
Oh.
She's moving on, so wish her nothing but the best. She's a long time.
Very sweet lady.
Yeah, very nice. Always been very sweet to us.
Long time Jacksonville girl. She rose through the ranks. That's a success story.
Great story.
Right? From behind the scenes all the way to anchor in her hometown. Good for you, Dawn Lopez.
Did you work with her?
And I don't know if I know her well. I don't know. I don't think we actually
over
worked
at the
together.
other place?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so, but I've known her forever.
Yeah.
Right? So, done various things together through the years.
Yeah.
She was, now correct me if I'm wrong, was she not when we were at 12, was she at 4 maybe? Or was she always at 17?
No, I think she worked with us at 12.
Oh, she worked with us at 12 also.
Yeah. So anyway, but wish her nothing but the best. She's a very sweet lady and done a lot of good things.
I'm not sure
community.
I worked with Dawn at 12.
Yeah.
I'm better about remembering people I worked with.
You are.
Yeah, so I don't think she must have come after me.
I still don't know.
No, I know you don't. Don't brag about it.
It's starting to annoy me a little bit.
Me?
No. Well, that's daily. Our boy Max over here at the.
How can Max annoy you?
He's like, you know what?
He's like the most unannoying guy in the world.
He got an extra pep in his step.
Yeah, we got
He's an Eagles fan.
Yeah.
Max, I've determined.
Eagles people are horrible.
He's not, though.
You know what? He's not like.
He's a nice person.
But he walks around the halls. He's flapping his arms.
He should. Good for him. I mean, the guy's been quiet as a mouse since he started working here.
Right.
Obviously, he's got a little personality.
We're gonna get him on Monday if the Chiefs win. So it's a win-win for me.
I'm sure the ladies here all love him.
Do they?
Sure.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you? What's not to
Good-looking
love?
dude.
Just a good-looking, nice young man.
He's a good-looking dude.
Florida
I think
grad.
so. Yeah.
He's for UNF, man.
Oh, UNF grad.
Yeah.
Gator fan. That's enough.
Gator fan. Yeah.
All right.
But Philly, Philly all the way. I give the Eagles credit. I would never thought they'd be going to the Super Bowl. At any point of the year, did I think the Eagles were going to the Super Bowl?
No.
None. Never.
Again, Howie Roseman.
Yeah.
Another top of the line.
Great job. That unbelievable job. Again,
Wouldn't mind giving him a call. Howie, you want to come back to the Sunshine State?
Yeah, probably going to say no.
UF grad.
I've often wondered about this, Dan. Why not go to Les Snead and just pay him more?
904. There was. Huh?
Why not go to, what does a GM make? What do you think? What do you think the highest paid GM makes?
Bread.
What do y'all think? 10 million?
Not as much.
Not as much as the coach.
Yeah, I'd probably about
5 million, 10 million?
7 to 8. Yeah.
Why not go to Les Snead and say, okay, we're ready to really make an impact in the world. We'll pay you $15 million a year.
NFL general managers can earn between $1 and $7.5 million.
Yeah, pay him 15. There's your guy. Look, he probably hurt his feelings just showing up now. There he is. Probably a little downtrodden.
Yeah, he's walking
his hero,
slow.
his mentor, his former professor is
He's
call him annoying.
He's waving at me like
Look
that.
at him. Look at him.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Hey,
That's that Philly crap.
Hey,
Yeah.
Palm down.
The Philly's coming out in him.
Yeah.
It is coming out in him.
Yeah, that's
Because he's normally not obnoxious, but he deserves to be. His team went to the Super Bowl. Like, I'll say this. Max was here, and my beloved Braves watched this hated Phillies, he never said a word about it. A Philly fan would be all over Braves fan if he worked with you.
Yeah.
That's a little fear factor.
But yeah, he still got to
He
learn.
was just like an intern at the time.
Let's keep that there.
Yeah.
It is kind of an odd name, though. I feel like he's so it feels like it's a name from the 40s. Like he should be on the Three Stooges crew.
Ooh,
Max Fink.
Max Fink.
Doesn't that sound like
Is there
an
an
old
E on that?
Doesn't that sound like an old vaudeville name from like back in the 30s?
Does he have an
The
E
Three
on?
Stooges, starring Mo Howard, Max Fink, and Larry Fine.
Does he have an E on the end of his name?
No,
Fink?
no, just F-I-N-K.
F-I-N-K?
Unless that's his stage name, and if so, why did you choose that one?
Maximus Fink.
Mm-hmm.
Not good.
I first met him at the.
I thought he was in your class.
No, he was never in my class.
Oh, I thought he was.
No.
Never mind.
I first met him at Glen Kernan.
What?
He was working at the golf course.
Cart barn?
Yeah.
Good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that story.
I like a hustler.
Yeah, hustler, baby.
Yeah, you got to give him credit, right, E?
I see the shine. I see the grind, my boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good with it, too.
All right.
Not that he was looking for our...
Mets talking to the Padres about Dylan Cease and Michael King.
The Braves allegedly...
Braves, among others, also interested in
the
both
Braves have
arms.
talked about Cease. I tell you, when Cease was really good, when our impotent bats went out there in the playoff game and he struck out about 40 in 3 innings. Other than that, it was great.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind getting King. He looked pretty good against you guys, too, wasn't it? King pitched against you.
No, he did. He pitched like the first game.
Yeah, he was good. He was good. He was.
Is it bad if PFF assigns secondary free agents to teams all across the league, and the one you get you've never heard of? Because there's a lot of names on this list that are big names. You've talked about, what I don't know them all in front of me. We've gone through the free agents, the secondary members. Holland and DJ Reed and Tarvarius Ward. I mean, there's a lot of names that are familiar.
Mm-hmm.
They had us go to. They have us picking up a safety. I will say this.
Who is it?
Andrew Wingard's mama doesn't love him as much as PFF does.
Yeah.
Pro Football Focus loves Andrew Wingard more than any person on earth. They love Dewey.
Number 3 rated safety.
Highly graded. He's always this. To the point in their write-up, they talk about the Jaguars are searching for somebody who can play opposite Andrew Wingard.
It's funny you say that because under the radar offseason priority, according to D-Rock, fix the safety play. Jaguars gave up 22 pass plays of at least 30 yards, including 8 receptions of 50-plus yards. Andre Sisco unlikely to return. Second-year player Antonio Johnson hasn't improved. The last line of defense has to be better.
Molly stopping by to get her some Mac. See what I'm saying?
Oh.
Yeah.
Things happening around.
Keep your eyes open. No, so let me. I'm going to throw a name. You tell me. You're better about these names and such than I am. So
Okay.
maybe you know. And
All right.
it's a guy that we played
It's
against.
not Javon Holland?
No. I know him.
He's a safety.
Yeah, I know those names.
Well, why don't we get him?
Exactly, because he went to a good team, Dan. You know when you do these, you put them on contenders.
Pick it off, and they're going to run it back. That is Dewey Winger.
Yeah, need somebody to pair with Dewey, according to PFF.
What do we got?
All right.
Who do you got?
This guy, they say, is the overall free agent rank of 31.
31st free agent.
Yeah, that's of all positions.
Cam's like 14th in that. By the way.
Correct.
So take that for the grain of salt.
Have you heard of Cameron Bynum?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Is he?
Is he a corner?
No,
safety.
Safety for Minnesota?
Minnesota.
Yeah,
there you go.
He had all the epic celebrations this year.
Oh, that was him.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No.
So that would be good for us. We'd have, of course, we got to score to do that, but
we talk a lot about Liam Coen and his offense. He's an offensive mind, and that's what we can take our biggest points of optimism from. But I loved what he said about the defense. And I know a lot of them say it. I don't know. It felt more heartfelt. Look, one thing is one thing. Football's a violent game. I want to play violent. I want savages. We're going to hit to the echo of the whistle.
Mm-hmm.
Stop. Pause. Echo of the whistle. I want that, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think that can make up for a lot of things. You know what? I wouldn't mind being the dirtiest damn team in the league. I don't even care anymore. I want somebody to know when we show up.
yeah. Wear the all black unis and go light people up.
You know what? Be the Texans.
Villains.
Then. Let's put C.J. Stroud out for the year, and say, "Oh,
hey, sorry about that.
We didn't mean to."
I'm not a dirty player.
No, I'm not dirty at all. I just play the echo of the whistle. Let's do that.
Coach
next
said
year.
echo of the whistle.
Yeah.
Once in a while, we're going to get a
And
flag.
I think that kind of like intensity is going to be there from him. And Doug Peterson just couldn't channel that kind of intensity.
No.
He had to turn it over to a defensive coordinator who was a loon and didn't know what he was doing, apparently. What a job by Ryan Nielsen. Is that the worst coordinating job that's ever been done here in Jacksonville?
Who?
That was bad.
Ryan Nielsen's job with the
one
defense.
and done.
Yeah, it's like the worst year
We're going to be hard-pressed to remember his name in 10 years.
I think it was the worst year turned in by a coordinator in Jaguars history, offensive or defensive.
Oof.
And we've had some stinkers, some clunkers, and we may have even had defenses that played worse. But just like we say, this doesn't feel like a 4-win roster.
Yeah.
I know that defense is great. It feels like the parts there were better than the whole.
You know what? These coaches were so bad for the Jaguars this year. They have empowered people like me to think that I know more than they do. And I mean, just every move he made was wrong. Like, why would you take the leading tackler in the NFL for 2 years and not make him the middle linebacker? Why? Why would you say, Darius Williams doesn't fit my scheme, and maybe this was a Balky move, so let's go get Ronnie Darby instead, and we'll be better? Why?
Why are your two leading pass rushers playing rock, paper, scissors to see who gets on the field?
Now, you know what? I heard this on the show formerly known as the Lunch Bunch yesterday. There is one misnomer about Nielsen, and he deserves all the angst that we can throw his way. But if you look at defensive snaps, those two guys played a ton of defensive snaps.
Well, they needed to play more.
Yeah.
I don't care. They needed to play more.
They should have never come out, is what you're saying. Okay. But, let me look real quick. On defense, where is my guy here? 2024 snap counts. Where are we? Where are you, Josh Hines Allen? I'm on offense. Hang on. Here was Josh Hines Allen. 821 snaps. He was on. That's 68%, 69%.
That's actually pretty good.
Trayvon Walker, 911, 76% of the snaps he was on the field for. So
did he slide inside at all this year, Trayvon?
He had to.
Very rarely.
For the most part, he handled
should
it.
have.
We need guys. That's another thing that happened. That just the personnel isn't used the right way.
That's what I'm saying. And that was all decisions by the coaching staff. Hey, Josh Hines Allen, put on weight, play, put your hands in the dirt.
Right.
That didn't work.
Right. Hey, Eric Armstead, move outside.
Oh, my God.
I know you've been an all-pro inside, but let's go outside. Hey, hey, linebackers, just indiscriminately. Some of you play inside, some of you play outside. I don't care.
Yeah, it was just a mess,
man.
man.
It's a total mess.
Joe, you on the phone?
Let's play man against the teams that are terrible against zone, and let's play zone against the teams that are terrible against man. We pulled that coup off back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, we did.
Like we faced Stroud, and he was apparently like way worse against one than the other.
We
did
changed
the
it
other.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, and I know Ryan Nielsen had some difficulties off field, and I'm sorry for those.
Yeah.
But as a coach, the absolute worst we've ever seen here.
Not good. Joe Yu's on the phone. Joe Yu, good morning.
Top of the morning, gentlemen.
Joseph,
you.
Hey, back in town, my cousin lives in upstate New York, so you think we got cold weather. So he came down. We went down to the Tampa area.
What about the hole-in-one, Joe Yu? What about the hole-in-one?
That's what I was getting to, bro.
Okay.
You killed the...
Sorry.
So we went down. I was going to tell you about the people with Tampa, how they feel about Liam Coen.
I think we know.
I first want to know how you were able to muster the strength to get a hole-in-one on a 1,736-yard hole. That's what he said to me. My man was, you were drunk by then is what you were. All kinds of text syntax errors. That's not like Joe. Joe was up in the I got to talk Prosser. He remembered last minute, Nick.
It was 136 yards of joy, man.
I figured
we come to the 17th hole.
Yeah, I could have made any distance, and I said 130. Like I could have made it 170. Nah, it's not 176. It's not 168. No, it's 136.
It was 136. Yeah, St. Pete Country Club, hole 17.
Congrats.
And we got there. I'm talking cash junk, and my cousin was. It was so sad. My cousin was like, "Yeah, Joe's good on the par threes." Now, mind you, he had already played 16 holes, so there was nothing that had proven any of that prior to hitting that shot.
Did it track the whole way? What kind? It was tracked the whole way.
It came in left to right. It was a little downhill.
Could you see it?
A little left to right.
Yeah.
I saw it, but I thought I had a hole-in-one once before at my course, and I was all excited running, and it just had come down a little back, and you couldn't see it. It wasn't a hole-in-one. So I wasn't overly. They were like, "Nah, man, that's in the hole. That's in the hole." So we got down there. I went, and luckily the guy who was with us, who invited us down there, who was a member there, he recorded it. So I got a video, so I shared it with. I think everybody in Jacksonville probably.
Congratulations!
But yeah, it was fun. I saw, and I asked ET this, so I'm sure obviously everybody's excited about the new coach. But the Duval, have y'all given him Duval practice yet on his pronunciation of it?
Duval. Don't roll it. Hey, don't roll into town on Thursday like we ain't been here doing the heavy lifting.
Give him the hole-in-one.
Yeah, you got a hole-in-one. Congratulations.
I don't care what Tampa thinks.
I burned the video. I got to be honest. I still haven't looked at the video. I couldn't bear to do it. I know what it is. I don't want to see it. I'm kidding.
Before we head to break, FSU basketball's hit the skids.
Yeah, because they were minding themselves okay. They're going to have to make coaching change.
15 first-half points last night. They lost to number 175 Virginia Tech. Oof. They're 13-8, 4-6. I think they've lost 3 straight games now. So any hope of turning this season around is gone. So anyway, they go at Boston College Saturday, and then they return home to play Notre Dame.
It's just not a real good team.
They're not.
And when Leonard had them really cruising, don't mistake why. They were getting 2 McDonald's All-Americans a year there for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, Scotty Barnes, a hell of a player. Patrick Williams. These guys are top 10 picks in the NBA draft, and he does not I think there's one McDonald's All-American on that roster, and he hasn't panned out. Mm-hmm. They put a lot of hope in, was it a guy from Spain? Remember that? A couple years ago, they had the international, and he has not developed. So, there's that. All right, it's a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. 1010XL's Dan Hicken dominated Folio Weekly's Best of 2024. Best TV sports anchor, Dan Hicken. Best radio sports anchor, Dan Hicken. Best radio sports show starring Dan Hicken. 1010XL, the home of Dan Hicken.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Couldn't be any happier to enjoy the Georgia Moore Chevrolet family, man. And I say family, I mean it. Justin Moore, all the guys and ladies there, that's how they treat you when you head over to that beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard. You'll find out what I'm talking about. Just friendly help, man. No pressure. I got my boy Blue. I love my Blue Silverado. If you want a truck like I do, go to Georgia Moore Chevrolet. But they got cars. They got SUVs. They got electrics. They got pre-owns. If you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, hey, just go to morechevy.com. It's so easy. It's More Chevy, more with an E, Chevy.com. So easy to navigate. Shows you all the vehicles, sales, service, parts. Never been more easy to use. Georgia Moore Chevrolet, gang, together. Let's drive.
Interested in a unique date night? Gibby here. I took my wife Nikki to Wick a Candle Bar. She made her own custom candle right there in the store. Shop local at Wick a Candle Bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Hairforme.com.
I've known Glenn Cohen for a long time as a friend and a lawyer. Persistent and fair, Glenn and his firm have represented clients from North Florida and South Georgia for over 40 years in all kinds of personal injury cases. If I had such a case, call Glenn at Barnes and Cohen.
New Orleans, a spectacle in the Superdome. 4 quarters in the French Quarter.
60 minutes of football.
60 minutes. Our best, here we go. 1010XL's coverage of football's favorite day.
This is about us.
Is viewed through Window World of Northeast Florida.
Hicken here with my concierge doctor, Richard Townsend. Doc T, how does a concierge direct primary care operate?
We are a membership-based primary care made directly between a patient and physician. We'll have a limited amount of patients that allows us to give unlimited access and personal service to you. This individualized approach has been shown to lower hospitalizations as well as maintain healthier lives. We also give 24/7 access via phone to me outside of our scheduled office hours.
To learn more, go to mypvconcierge.com.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Johnson, founder of Hearts for Minds. Thanks to the players for helping us break the stigma of mental illness and connect people to life-changing resources in our community. It's 40 days until the Players' Championship.
Are you embarrassed by your ugly, cracked concrete driveway? Stop by Stone Core on Phillips Highway for all your outdoor living needs. Let them show you how a durable paver driveway can enhance your home. Visit stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
Hey, are you ready to welcome our new head coach, Liam Coen, to the bank? Join us this Thursday at 6 p.m. at the Gallagher Club West and be among the first to hear directly from Coach Cohen. Enjoy a live panel with Coach Cohen, appearances from Jaguars legend Tony Vaselli, The Roar, Jackson DeVille, and the D-Line. Tickets are free, but space is limited. Secure your tickets by going to jaguars.com/Coach Cohen today.
Yo, E.T. here for MyBookie, and it's finally here. A game so big, we're not even supposed to say the name, where the Kansas City Chiefs takes on the Philadelphia Eagles at the Superdome. This isn't just the biggest game of the year, it's the ultimate betting event, too. If you're not on MyBookie, you're missing out, my boy. The action on the big game, betting with MyBookie goes beyond just picking the winner. There's all type of wild props you can think of for this epic showdown. Will it be heads or tails? What color Gator will be drenching the winning head coach? Even the length of the national anthem. MyBookie loves giving you options to bet on everything. What really makes MyBookie stand out? We make it easy to win and even easier to get that bread back. Whether you deposit with crypto or credit, your bonuses await. And our new loyalty program gives you cash back just for playing. Bet on big game boosted parlays, live betting, and jackpots that can all turn small bets into big wins. Use that promo code 1010XL and double that deposit bonus. So bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Ammon, you're always talking about how clean air is healthy air. I've had this cold for weeks. Can cleaning my air ducts actually help?
Well, Dad, I'm not a doctor, and let's be honest, you probably caught that cold from one of your grandkids. But I can tell you this, the cleaner your air, the better you'll feel.
Makes sense, but what do air ducts have to do with it?
Your ducts are like the lungs of your home. If they're full of dust, allergens, and who knows what else, all that junk gets blown into the air you breathe, especially now that the heat's running. And the EPA says improving indoor air quality can reduce health risk.
So you're telling me my vents are working harder than my immune system?
Exactly. That's why Zero Res is here. We're NADCA certified, and our truck mount system is the most powerful in the industry. Right now, we're even offering $100 off your total for January.
All right, sign me up. If it makes me feel better and keeps your mom off my back, I'm all in.
Good call, Dad.
Zero Res.
Spelled forward or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
CEROREC. Zero Res. 1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, we are back here on a Custom Tree Search this Thursday. Thank you to the text line, FSU basketball fan. That guy, Baba Miller, that was the guy. Transferred to FAU. So he was a prize recruit a couple of years ago. Speaking of basketball, by the way, we had a what the hockey sticks just happened situation here in town last night.
In town?
Yeah.
What?
That's right. Yeah, the what the hockey sticks just happened. Occurred over there on the Oak Shrouded campus.
The Oak Shrouded Arlington campus.
Yeah. I don't know if you knew.
3 cheers for Jacksonville.
Well, JU had become the storyline in the ASUN season, winners of 7 straight. They were 7-1 in the ASUN. They hosted Florida Gulf Coast, the second best team. They were 6-2.
Oh no.
JU led 49-30 at half.
Oh no.
A 19-point halftime lead.
Oh no.
Not enough. Outscored 53-30 after the break. And wow, what a way for the win streak to come to an end. FGCU beats JU last night 83-79. Those two teams now tied for the ASUN lead at 7-2. Meanwhile, UNF kind of pulled the same thing. They led by 9 at half and a double-digit lead at one point. Stetson roared back, sent that one to overtime, but UNF got a win at home. They're now 500 on the season. So there you go.
It's my school.
I'm going to say this about the NBA. We won't talk much about it, but there are certain franchises that are never going to win, and then whenever you get lulled into thinking maybe they can, something comes along to slap you, silly. No, they can't. That happened. That's developed in the last 24 hours. Edie, you know what I'm talking about? There's a basketball franchise, a hapless basketball franchise. It's the team that's never won nothing. And it's gotten good. I mean, really good here. But now we just get another indication that they are what they are. Let's slap back to your peasant's position of steerage here when it comes to the NBA and what it's all about. It's official. You cannot win in this location. And I think this personnel...
You're not talking about OKC.
No.
Okay.
They can
Not
win.
Cleveland.
No, it's not Cleveland.
Sacramento.
Yeah.
Sacto.
Yeah, you're Sacramento. You can't win. Yeah, you're that franchise.
Because they're going to trade De'Aaron Fox?
Yeah. I mean, you were the number 1 seed, weren't they, just a couple of years ago? I mean, I think Sacramento, you traded for Sabonis.
Yeah.
You have a really good team. You fired your coach earlier. Now, one would presume that De'Aaron Fox wanted that move.
Yeah.
Right? It's usually the star player that does it. Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe he wanted to keep him and he doesn't like the new coach. I don't know. But I do know that Fox is one of the best players in the league.
Swiper.
I heard they might send him to San Antonio.
Yeah.
They got a lot of picks.
That's where he wants to go.
Oh, that's where he wants to go?
But that's what's wrong with the NBA. Good players develop in crappy markets, and what does the league do?
What's wrong with De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis? That's a nice 1-2 punch.
Exactly. I don't know why
Shouldn't they be better?
I don't know why he would want to leave. I'm assuming it's because of the culture in the organization. And here they are on the rise. They fire the coach, whether he's part of it or not. He may not like it. But the NBA has
Who's the coach? Who they give it to an interim guy?
Yeah, I don't know who it is right now. I'm just talking about them firing Mike Brown.
It's Sacto?
Yeah.
It's Doug Christie, isn't it?
Oh, is he taking over?
They gave it to Doug Christie.
Is it interim or full time?
I thought he's full time.
But this is a big problem with the NBA, and these jokers are talking about 10-minute quarters. The problem with the NBA is mid-market teams developing superstars only for the LAs and Spurs and Celtics and the big markets to
the Knicks
to
haven't
scoop
had
them up.
any-
But you can, though.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you can, right?
They got DeMar DeRozan, Malik Monk, Keegan Murray, Kevin Huerter.
It was Herter. It was a number one seed just a couple of years ago.
What's going on with those
Didn't
guys?
they? In fact, did they lose in the finals or the semis?
I think the semis. Yeah, they ain't go to the finals.
No, not the NBA finals. The Western Conference finals. Didn't they play like OKC? Maybe they had a good, or was it Denver beat them?
It was Denver.
It is. You're looking at it.
No, I'm guessing.
No, I want to say they had I think they beat Golden State maybe that year. Did they play Golden State maybe early? As a play-in.
Oh God,
that's just 2 years ago, right?
Western Conference first round.
Two
in 22-23.
To who?
Doesn't say.
Well, what about 23-24?
Nothing.
Yeah, they ain't made the playoffs 23-24.
Last 2 years, they haven't.
They didn't make the playoffs last year,
dude. These guys, these jokers are terrible. They've made the playoffs once in since 2007.
I don't understand what I'm thinking. I thought they just had a year 2 years ago where they were the deadgum.
I feel like 2 years ago
they were like
it
the
was
top
a story.
seed and they won a playoff. I thought they lost to like another up and comer. They would have lost.
They've made the playoffs, Jeff, once in the last 19 years.
Yeah, that surprises me. I thought they were on a little better trajectory of late with De'Aaron Fox.
And they've tried. They've had some decent.
Why did
coaches.
they not make it last year? What is going on? What am I?
Last year they were 46 and 36.
Oh, that just wasn't good enough.
Wasn't good enough. And then the year before that, they were 48 and 34, and they lost in the first round. And then
does it say who they lost to? Because that's 48 and 34. No. They weren't the top seed then. They were just. I guess it's just the fact that Sacramento is good is such a shock. It feels like they're a top seed. Could that be
the
it?
Warriors? They lost to the Warriors.
Yeah, they couldn't beat them then.
That was the 7-game set when they had the game 7 at home and they lost because they shoot the.
Yeah, I had it the other way around. I knew they played I thought they played Golden State, but I thought they had won that. But no, huh?
Yeah, they got blown out at home, 120-100 in Game 7. And Curry went for 50. And that was all she wrote.
And Sacramento last year was in the play-in. They just lost.
Okay.
So they technically that's
I don't know
that's
if they don't count that as
they should because it is a playoff berth.
Yeah.
Got a documentary coming out that the Olympics, the LeBron and KD and all of them, they got a docu coming out on Netflix. I can't wait to see that.
On what?
Netflix.
No, what's it about?
The Olympic run.
Oh, their Olympic run.
Yeah.
Just the one recent.
Yeah, in Paris.
That's smart.
Yeah, Sacramento was the 3 seed that year. They that 48 and 34 year. It was Denver, Memphis, Sacramento. That was like the change of the guard. It had been the Lakers or Golden State forever, right? And then it's that was Denver's year. And then since did Denver win? They just won one, right? They didn't win back. Denver just won the one.
Didn't they go back to back?
Did they go back? No, I think they only won the one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But again, just to sum up the point, this is why Sacramento and Atlanta and,
Why are we talking about the Knicks?
All
and
these
their
teams.
5 straight wins and the exciting fun that they are, and Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges and Cat.
I feel like you talk about them.
Denver rolled in last night, and we sent them out with a big L. We got the Lake Show coming into the Garden Saturday night, E.
Oh, that's going to be a game.
Huh? What do you think of that one?
The King owns the Garden.
Oh, no.
The King owns the Garden.
One of Bronny will play.
I hope so. I hope we give him 20 minutes. I'll say put Bronny in. Probably.
Well, the Knicks. If you're as old as I am, the Knicks. The Knicks are. It's hard to wrap your head around the Knicks because the Knicks, for me in my generation, have always been a defensive-minded, grinded-out team, and Tibbs is their coach. It would seem to feed that even more.
Yeah.
But I mean, the story with the Knicks is they're a high-scoring team. At one point, they're the highest-scoring team in the Eastern Conference. I don't know where they are now.
They've scored the most points in franchise history over a 3-game period.
Well, that makes sense. And I didn't see that.
And like 120
that's just
something.
my take on watching the Knicks the amount I do, and I don't watch them any more than I watch the other NBA teams. If my team was good, I watch more of my friends' teams.
Yeah, I get it.
When my team's not good, I don't watch much of anyone's teams.
Right.
You
watch.
But I do choose. Something strange happened to me in the last.
You watch Substance.
Yeah, right. The movie, The Substance, just for the record. By the way, which is a popular movie. I'm sure a lot of people are getting duped into ordering that thing. Don't do it. Or at least wait till it's free.
Oh, did you have to pay?
Yeah, but I don't do the $19.99. I don't know what grift that is. Are people actually ordering movies for $19.99?
I think that gives you the option to keep it.
Not all of them.
Oh, yeah,
some of them you can buy for $19. Yeah, renting those suckers for $19.
Yeah, no.
Well, here's why though, Jeff. You're sitting at home, you got 4 people, and you say, "Hey, let's watch this movie for $19.99," or we can go to the movies and spend $50. So
if you do it if you do it that way,
yeah. I guess I don't know.
We just every time I rent a movie, it's either for me or for me and one other person.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
and the movie is a lot more than just seeing the plot, right? The movie's going to the movie. That's the experience that you're paying for, at least in some regard. Although with the big screens and the surround sound, our own living rooms become more and more like theaters. But no, it wasn't the $19.99. I'll wait for that $5.99 rental. I'll do that one. That one I feel like is dang near almost free. But yeah, the substance steer clear unless you just want to watch a bloody horror movie. It was like a Natural Born Killers meets Get Out. That's what it was like.
Gotcha.
Kind of insight that I'm bringing this morning.
All right, we got to take a break. We'll come back and make the turn for home right here on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Do the Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
It's the time of year all our customers love. At Garber Auto Mall, every 2024 must go. Take advantage of thousands in discounts on all new Chevy, Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Ford. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. And remember, at Garber Auto Mall, there's always a little room for wiggle.
Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
Hey, certainly facing some interesting economic times. I can't speak for all of us, but for me, I love that my money's in good hands with my guys at ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. It's experience, it's expertise, it's knowledge. And that's Reagan Wright. That's Dan Abel. That's Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, Reed Wingate, Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman. Those are the ITP Partners, man, who listen to each of you individually and then give you your own strategy, all right, where your goals become their priority. So real easy to get in the game. ITP Partners always there to help. Just give them a call. 312-9751, 312-9751, or go to Chris at ITPpartners.com. Chris at ITPpartners.com. ITP Partners are my financial partners for life. Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experiences. No guarantee of future performances or success.
This is the Mangler. Years of playing football coupled with lifestyle left my feet mangled with neuropathy. I was experiencing burning, tingling, and numbness. I spoke with 2 foot specialists and they told me there was no cure. They were wrong. I found Dr. Nate Riddle in Ponte Vedra. After utilizing his neuropathy treatment for only 2 weeks, I noticed a difference in my feet. I was regaining my feeling and balance. If you want relief from nerve pain, call Dr. Nate for a free consultation at Riddle Wellness, 904-395-5598.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
4 years of dreams, dedication, and desires deliver us to this day. Catch Decision Day for college sports future stars next Wednesday. Opened by Baker Glass. No one treats you better on 1010XL.
Hey gang, Prosser here. If you think you have problems related to the need to sell your home, we have solutions. And by we, I don't mean me. I mean ChadandSandy.com. That's Chad, A-N-D, Sandy.com. Call them today at 904-414-6200. Look, the problems could fall into a variety of areas. Maybe you want guaranteed no-hassle home sale, but don't want to give up hard-earned equity to do it. Maybe you need more space with a growing family. Doesn't matter what the problems are. You go to Chad and Sandy. Those problems are fixed. With all the recent talk about interest rates and economic uncertainty, you may be wondering if now is the right time to sell your home. Will you get the price you need? What about repairs or showings? The good news, you don't have to figure it out by yourself. You call my agents, Chad and Sandy Newman. They will deliver. Your home sold at an agreed-upon price, and deadline, or they will buy it. No required costly repairs. Pick your move date. No long-term contracts. The success stories are rolling in from all over town. Find out for yourself. Call Chad and Sandy today. That's ChadAndSandy.com.
It's New Year's resolution time, like fixing that leaky faucet, unplugging that drain, or getting your AC ready for the summer. Start the year off right with Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Call us today at 904-862-6769, because when you're stuck, call the Duck.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just a job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
The big game is almost here, and Sonny's Barbecue wants you to win a barbecue feast. Text Sonny's to the text line, brought to you by Lifetime Flooring, at 641-1010 for your chance to win. 641-1010.
Yo, E.T. here, and don't let Valentine's Day sneak up on you. Plan the perfect romantic getaway in Clay County. Stay at one of Clay's beautiful Airbnbs or in luxury at Club Continental, a boutique riverfront retreat, and treat your special someone to an unforgettable dinner at the Hilltop Restaurant. Trust me on this one. Clay County is the perfect spot for romance. Start planning today at exploreclay.com and tag those romantic moments with hashtag ExploreClay.
Visit Monahan Jewelers now through Valentine's Day for savings on all GIA certified diamonds and discounts store-wide up to 40% off, and interest-free financing on all purchases. Certified diamonds, gemstones, engagement rings, diamond studs, designer brands. Monahan's has it all. We're not a chain store. We're your local family jeweler since 1977 with a world-class inventory of fine jewelry and diamonds and gemstones available in any size. Support your local family jeweler now through Valentine's with huge savings in our inventory. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric, and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 87.
All right, time to cool down a little bit here on a action-packed show. It's a lot of infotainment. Got some good suggestions on some TV shows to watch as well.
Some suggestions on some movies to avoid.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people say Gladiator 2 is an avoid. It's not an avoid. People say Gladiator 2 is terrible. No, Gladiator 2. What do you expect out of Gladiator 2? Like what? Like if I tell you Gladiator 2, Dan, what do you think the movie's about?
About the same.
That's exactly what it is. Like everyone kills Gladiator 2. Where are they supposed to reinvent Gladiator? Nah, you wait 20 minutes and you just do the same story with different characters, pretty much. So Gladiator 2, despite getting some thumbs down, I'd say that one's fine. Yeah, but if you're going to do the substance and you think you're going to get some Oscar-worthy drama with the Best Actress nomination. By the way, the other girl was better than Demi Moore, so I don't know. I guess that was a freebie. There you go, Demi. There's a nom.
Okay.
Horror movies don't get nominations. So maybe that made you think that this isn't as much a horror movies is, but it's a bloodbath, baby.
Okay. All right.
It's a fair point on the text line. Denzel does not make bad movies.
What? Oh, yeah. Because the Gladiator?
Yeah.
That wasn't his best. He didn't do a ton, but yeah, you're right. That's probably my favorite actor, Denzel. I'll tell you who's growing on me. I like him. He's silly. He's not a thespian, so don't, it is what it is. I like Cena. Cena cracks me up.
John Cena.
Yeah, Cena. I like his personality in his flicks. Anyway, there's that. You said today, you're predicting that today there will be a defensive coordinator named. So we're excited.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think it's time.
There's 3 guys that are kind of lingering after Graham.
I mean, make your decision. Let's go. Hire the guy up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think today's the day. Good day to
Time
hire
to bring a whistle with an echo.
Yeah. Let's do some New York City headlines. You want to? Actual periodicals brought to you by our friend Dr. Townsend.
It's amazing. Like you would think that you just like these aren't like headlines from the Onion. This is what's happening in the nation's biggest city. It's a place that I don't want to be, and here are some headlines why.
Okay. Actual headlines.
Yes, this is what's happening in the NYC today.
Here we
Hot
go.
off the presses.
Obviously, horror in the sky. No survivors expected after AA flight collides with military helicopter. Deadliest U.S. crash since 2009.
First since 2000. 11, I think.
Yeah.
It's been like 12, 13 years, and that was an Asiatic flight out in San Francisco.
One sad thing, husband received text message from wife that she was landing minutes before her flight crashed.
I'm going to stay away from all these stories.
Yeah.
I don't take a positive from any of them.
No. Under wraps, one of your favorites, Renee Zellweger sparks Aunt Anstead engagement rumors at Bridget Jones' 4 premiere. I didn't know there was a 3.
I will stand by forever that Rachel Zellweger is not now, nor has she ever been.
Renee.
Okay.
Is her name.
Attractive. So I'll just leave it at that. She looks like she just ate a lemon every time I see her. And she did crazy talk on her face, too, now, in fairness. She, right? And didn't Renee Zellweger, you woke up one day, it's like, who's that? She completely, redid her face?
This good hygiene habit could lower your risk of a stroke, but only a third of Americans do it.
It's called washing your legs.
Using a washcloth.
One-way ticket, a look inside a C-17 military plane deporting 80 after Trump's migrant crackdown with a stern warning from the Border Patrol.
Quidal.
WWE star feeling in danger while warning fans about romantic advances.
I don't know what danger means. You're a WWE star. Romantic advances should never make you feel in danger. I don't know what you're talking about.
A treasure hunting, previously unknown Vincent Van Gogh painting worth $15 million, bought at Minnesota garage sale for $50.
No, dude.
Damn it!
I saw another one of these where they bought something, and it was like the old cliche. It was like on the back of the frame, and how do you get so lucky, man?
Hollywood producer accused of fatally drugging model and her friend told witness dead girls don't talk.
Yeah, it's just classy guy, man.
Ooh.
Shocker.
Ooh.
Shocker. You guys never heard of Me Too there, buddy.
Wow. CBS Evening News ratings jump after Norah O'Donnell exit, but stodgy hosts put show's future in doubt.
Yeah, don't care, won't care, and never did. So I don't even know who Norah O'Donnell is, nor who the new anchor of CBS News is.
It's a shame. Heads up, Justin Bieber briefly ditches his hat to show off buzz cut in New York City outing. Heads up.
I don't know how, that poor, the more you learn about your guy Diddy, the more you wonder how any of these kids made it through alive. And this VH1 special on Diddy, E.T., I can't believe that man ain't been capped, bro. And I'm not saying that lightly. I can't believe somebody ain't circled back on that dude.
Battle for hearts,
That's
minds.
unreal.
Russian army recruitment drops 80% in Moscow as fighters from Asia and Africa fill the ranks for cash.
Soldiers of fortune there in the battle for Ukraine.
Round 2, Kevin Costner's ex-wife, Christine Baumgartner, engaged to his former friend after a bitter divorce.
That just happened, didn't it? A divorce? I mean, it was kind of all on Costner for spearheading it, yet my girl's getting married 6 months later. We sure she didn't have...
On the men, former tennis phenom's first public appearance in 2 years shocks fans. Anna Kournikova in a wheelchair.
Oh.
Don't know what happened to her. Those are actual headlines. We're out of time. Sorry, we can't go on.
She was a phenom to never have won anything.
Never won.
Yeah.
Never
We
won.
must have just, what were we just different then? Because there's all kinds of attractive young women in sports all over the place. Why do we go so gaga for her?
I don't know.
I bet you there are tennis players right now that would be in the same vein, no? Or she was just good enough to stick around till the weekend and catch her attention?
Yeah, I don't know. Do we need another OJ documentary?
Another one?
I can't, no.
Haven't we seen everything?
Right.
Unless you have him on tape on his deathbed saying, yeah, I did it, here's why, blah, 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 or telling the story from it. Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah.
I don't see why we have another one, but I guess Americans will always be.
I don't need a one. By the way, you've had the real story, you've had the documentaries, you have the docudramas, there's nothing you can tell me right now that will make me go, oh, that's interesting about the OJ deal.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I could recount everything. I've heard everything by now.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
They're interviewing the same people over and over again. I wonder what the situation is of that going
cash,
forward.
homie.
There you go.
To tie up some of our TV and movie talk today, but your lioness is also like The Landman by Sheridan. Does Sheridan just do everything now?
I guess he's just rocking and rolling.
Huh.
Oh, I missed some good headlines today, by the way. It's a shame we don't have any more time. We're out of it. I can't do them.
Yeah, no, it's a shame is a relative word.
All college basketball teams are in the top 10 of every team sheet ranking. Duke, Iowa State, Alabama, Auburn, Tennessee, and Florida.
A lot of SEC there.
Those Ken Pom rankings have Florida at number 4. Houston, Auburn, Duke, Florida State, Iowa State, Tennessee, Alabama. They kind of must rely on those because that's where you'll find those top teams. Play us out of here.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Service by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. Find the coolest cats in town at coolcatsjacks.com.
Morning, Mike.
Hello.
What's cooking on a Jaguars today, Thursday? Who did you draft yesterday in the first round?
Of which draft? Oh,
your mock.
Mock draft.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about fantasy football.
Oh, no.
That'll happen sooner.
Soon?
It'll
Okay.
be a few weeks.
Oh, boy.
Probably, but
Crank it up.
No, I took Ted McMillan, the Arizona wide receiver. I traded back. We've done it 3 weeks, and I did Mason Graham 1 week. I did Will Campbell one time, and then I did McMillan this time. And always looking for those big bodies in rounds 2 and 3. By the way, Jarian Jones, pretty good 3rd-round pick.
Yes.
For a year.
Yes.
We'll see. Could be.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't know if you guys mentioned him when you were talking.
Yeah, no, we did. There are a couple.
Yes,
Ventrell Miller,
that's
you could
fair.
argue. There are a couple that are fit into that territory. They haven't done it long enough to make a final decision on. But sure, I like Jarian Jones. I like what he showed. In year
Ventrell
one.
Miller looked fantastic last year at times.
At times.
You know.
And we've had
a spurt.
at times guys, and they've disappeared on us.
We just got to get better. What are you doing today?
We got John Shipley in.
Ship.
We're gonna put it all on Ship.
Like like a spider monkey.
Yeah. I shit my pants.
Exactly like that. I know you do.
Oh, my goodness, bro.
Yeah.
I received them once.
Thank you. Thank you.
I gotta call it.
Needed more postage.
Yeah. Okay. It's been a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday.
Knicks are winning, Hick.
Yeah,
baby.
5 in a row, baby.
Look forward to you two
What
getting
about
together.
Brunson? Come
Look
on.
forward to you two getting together at the sports bar in Maine.
Yes,
Join the Nick
NBA
ride together.
Finals. Hell yeah, I will.
Be fantastic. May have a dime bet before then. I don't know about this NBA Finals talk, but we'll see. All right. That'll do it to it for us. Enjoy Jaguars today.
Time for us to swerve through the West.
The drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
We live for this.
That is caught for the touchdown.
We live for Jaguars football.
And the Jags strike first.
1010XL, home of the Jaguars. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics.
1010XL 92.5 FM presents Jaguars Today with your host Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, and E to the T.
Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Discover the difference that local expertise makes at First Coast Lighting and Fans. Visit their showroom at the Avenues and browse high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness at First Coast Lighting and Fans.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Consult a doctor prior to use.
Wow, you look amazing. What have you been doing?
I'm sure you've heard of Ozempic, Wegovy, and the other GLP-1 medications, right? Well, I found this great company called Zelfie. If you qualify, their providers can prescribe medications like Ozempic and Wegovy and other GLP-1 medications that are 80 to 90% less expensive, all 100% online.
I can get GLP-1 medications for 80 to 90% less and do it all online? No doctor's office or pharmacy?
Yes, Zelty can provide semaglutide or tirzepatide, the active ingredients in Ozempic and other expensive GLP-1s, but for 80 to 90% less and shipped directly to your door.
How do I get started with Zelty?
Just send them a text.
Text CORE to 200-300 to get started today with Zelty. Get the same active ingredients in Wegovy or Ozempic, but for 80 to 90% less and 100% online. Don't wait. Text CORE to 200-300 right now for a link to your exclusive offer. Text CORE to 200-300. That's CORE to 200-300. CORE to 200-300.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
When you're injured, you probably have more questions than answers, and all you really want is to feel better. This is Joe C., and I certainly can identify. Well, thanks to Rebound Rehab, I bounced back from a serious case of ankle tendonitis to feel pain-free. And they can do the same for you. 8 locations across the First Coast and a team of physical therapists ready to help. From laser and radio pressure wave therapy to aquatic and massage therapy, they can offer real solutions to help you rebound. Log on, reboundrehab.com, and start your path back to pain-free life.
At the First Coast YMCA, you'll find much more than just a gym. We offer many ways to help you be active, reach weight loss goals, and find your inner strength while you connect with your community. Family memberships at the Y include unlimited group exercise classes, childcare while you work out, and youth sports participation. It's easy to join the Y and affordable for all. Plus, the Y is a great place to meet a new circle of friends. Visit the Y near you or online at fcymca.org.
The Electric Light Orchestra Experience featuring Evil Woman, the American ELO. A concert celebration featuring the music of Electric Light Orchestra. It's February 5th at Jacksonville Center for the Performing Arts. Tickets at fscjartistseries.org.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Want to grow your hair back?
IHRS right here in Jacksonville is the only hair transplant clinic in the country that offers multi-unit hair grafting, FUE Neograft hair transplants, and the 45-minute effective PRP treatments.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
Thank you, IHRS. IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Schedule a free evaluation and find out how to grow your hair back and keep the hair you have. Call 904-777-IHRS. Take the first step to restoring your hair today. Visit hairforme.com.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
IHRS has been restoring hair for men and women for over 30 years.
Call now for a free in-person or virtual evaluation. 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or visit hair4me.com.
Here's your 1010XL local sports update, sponsored by Dogtopia at Beach in St. John's Bluff. Jaguars are providing an opportunity for fans to hear from Coach Liam Coen on this evening from 6 to 8 at Everbank Stadium. Admission is free, however, fans must register in advance for tickets at jaguars.com/Coach Cohen. Jacksonville men's basketball saw its winning streak end with a loss to Florida Gulf Coast on Wednesday. Despite leading by 24 points, the Dolphins couldn't secure the win. They'll seek to bounce back on Saturday against rival UNF in the River City Rumble. The Florida State men's basketball team faced challenges on their West Coast trip and hoped to bounce back against Virginia Tech. However, Virginia Tech led the entire game and defeated Florida State on Wednesday night. Head coach Leonard Hamilton remarked that his team lacked toughness.
So we didn't display the toughness that we've been accustomed to displaying. And I thought that Virginia Tech much more aggressive and much more physical.
That's your 1010XL local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 9:56, it's 56 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Yeah, this has been a dream come true. As we've gone through this process, this was the only one. This was the only one that we saw, man, this could be a place that we could be here for a while, right? This is the type of place that ultimately you want to try to help and build and make it better. And that's why you coach. You coach to try to help players reach their highest potential to win.
This was a moment of progress, optimism, and confidence that we will achieve the ultimate goal as long as we have the right man. And number two, that man was Liam Coen. Liam's outstanding body of work speaks for itself. Quarterback development is the bedrock of modern NFL, and Liam has delivered that wherever he's coached.
Hey guys, this is Liam Coen, just touched down in Jacksonville. Let's get this thing started off right here. 3, 2, 1.
1010XL 92.5 FM presents Jaguars Today with your host Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, and E to the T.
Oh, E to the T in the chair for the next 2 days. Good morning, E.T. How are you? Yo! Already, Tony, I feel more energized than I have in weeks and months with Dylan Denmark at the 4. And people have been asking us, when are you going to get John Shipley on? You've had all these other guys on. Well, we've been waiting until Ship could join us in studio for the whole show. And the schedule's finally lined up today. So good morning, John Shipley, you of Jaguar coverage at Sports Illustrated. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great, guys. How y'all doing?
We're okay. We don't have Trent Baalke to kick around anymore. We'll find somebody new, I'm sure, coming up. But, at least we got a new head coach.
Give us time. We'll figure it out.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure, Tony. I mean, you wonder, and I heard Pross say this morning that no way this would have happened if he had taken the job here, but Ben Johnson's got Press Taylor on his coaching staff now, so maybe we dodged a bullet, Tony. I don't know.
Just watching Jaguars Twitter dance on that one for a day has been fun.
Oh, yeah.
Right? That alone has been worth this entire process, it feels like to me. That and the Duval. I'm still, I don't know when I'm going to get tired of that, but it's not yet.
All right.
I love it so much.
I'm probably tired of it by now, but that's fine. Ship, what do you make of the whole process? We've got a lot to get to with the current coordinator search ongoing right now and where you think this team's headed this offseason. But how do you feel about the way the offseason has played out from a Jaguar perspective so far?
It feels like it went the way only a Jaguars offseason could go. It feels like they got to a logical conclusion. Guy who a lot of people had pegged as a candidate who made sense. They just took the oddest and most difficult path toward getting there. There's a reason so many people said, when Shad Khan was weighing the decision to, do you fire Doug Peterson and not Trent Baalke? Do you fire Trent Baalke and not Doug Peterson? Do you fire both? There's a reason so many people suggested a clean slate. And, whether it's fair, unfair, whatever reason it is, it's just the coaching fraternity in the NFL has always kind of had, some reservations about working with Trent Baalke. And it felt like Shad Khan for years kind of ignored that. I think a big reason is because, Doug Peterson kind of agreed to the whole arranged marriage thing. But now after, Ben Johnson went to Chicago, Liam Coen for a day decided not to take the Jaguars job, it seems like that's what finally got Shad Khan to understand what people have been saying for a long time. I know there's a lot of criticism of Trent's roster building, etc. I don't think he was great, maybe not even good. I'd say probably average at best. But the biggest reason he didn't need to be the general manager anymore is simply because people around the league did not enjoy working for him, didn't want to. He's a survivor. He's somebody who, time after time, a coach would fall on the sword and he'd be there to pick the next coach. And coaches talk about these things. So whether it's fair or not, that's how they saw it. That's why it was so mystifying to me when Shad Khan retained him for a couple weeks. And I'm sure he had his reasons. I'm sure, Trent knows a lot more how to conduct and set up the process of an actual head coach search than Shad